And there we go. And Martin's not there.
Welcome, replay viewers. Good evening, Hapsters. How is everyone out there?
I'm assuming everything is working fine and everyone can hear us.
Madison, hey, how are you? Hi.
C.S. Murphy. I love that C.S. Murphy.
C.S. Murphy.
It's like a reporter's. It really truly is a reporter's name. C.S. Murphy. Madison, we are doing well. How are you doing, honey? We're trying to get everyone over to HAPS. And come on over and take part in the awards program and take part in the HAPS challenge and take part in and there's a lot of things to take part in.
Because HAPS is the place to be. What do they call it? The network of now.
Network of now.
The network.
That is cute. Now. That is so cute. How are we today? Madison's asking how are we today? We are live. We're assuming you guys can hear us okay. We need a monitor. We need a phone.
A phone. Or?
Phone. To have a small as to what we look like as a on a screen.
As a big picture.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Because mine doesn't have apps on it yet.
I'm doing good, pretty good. Mom is coming home today. Nice for a couple of days from Vancouver. Nice. Is she doing better, honey? I hope she's doing better.
Mm-hmm.
I really
Christopher
do.
says pizza.
What? Pizza?
He said pizza.
Pizza.
Where? He said pizza.
Where? No, but where's pizza?
I know. Where's the pizza?
How dare you?
We had chips and water for dinner.
If you're going to tempt us with pizza, you should have pizza to share here. Pronto. Pizza. To Toronto. Pronto.
After the broadcast, of course, we're going to throw in those chicken drumsticks that
maybe during
that I marinate or during.
Loud and clear. Oh, good. Okay. Perfect. So I'm going to go like this. There's a delay because this is not live to air. Although we could change that. But we're gonna do that so that we can see things that are actually happening. Mm-hmm. When you guys see that it looks okay and stuff, then hit looks okay for us, please, so that we can be declared okay. And I'm trying not to put things in front of the HAPS logo.
Yeah, it's
here. It's in front of. We can.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, Martin. What? All the supplies aren't here.
Okay, what do we need?
Oh, first of all, you need the crappie double-sided, don't you? Because you only got to peel it off.
The crappie should hold them. Yeah.
I don't see why not.
Well, I'll grab some more supplies while we're at it.
And scissors.
Scissors.
And I need paints. I need my things to paint. I need a life. I do. Isn't that a woman's job?
I love her dearly. But... no,
what?
Really do.
But you better. After everything I've been through. Come on. After all I've been through. All those years of torture. All those years of hellish behavior that no one should. I'm a saint, Martin.
Yeah, just
looks good, guys. Thank you.
Right? Okay, scissors.
Yes, they are. Periscope will be closing down in March.
March 31st, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
In March.
So a lot of us moved over to HAPS. Martin and I still haven't put in our request to download all of our broadcasts, which we still need to do. And those are the crappy scissors, but I guess we don't need anything major. No. And yes, that's why a lot of us are over here at HAPS. So it's haps.tv, and it's / and it's an @ symbol for us. All of them, including the dud print, because, bring me the lightsaber. It's done.
Bring me the saber.
I want to reveal it on air. Boom, boom, boom.
It's like an unboxing, right?
So yeah, we're going to talk about 3D printing and stuff like that and all that stuff. And so we have moved over, and a lot of other broadcasters have moved over here. I don't know about all the other broadcasters, but our profile is the same, CARR.
HUNGER.
So Car and Hunger, put them together. You got our name, and I hope that worked out. But
it's under there somewhere.
It is under there somewhere. So she's been doing all right. She's been having 6 trials so far, and she won't see and feel results for a couple of weeks.
Oh wow.
Okay, Madison. Richie.
Hey,
Jay and Amber. So what we're doing is nice thing about HAPS is it's got like little awards, and right now, because it's still a beta app, which means if you tag any of the creators, and they're the first people to follow your profile, 7 people, when you get a profile on HAPS, 7 people will automatically follow your profile. Those are developers for the app, and they will be keeping an eye on it. So you can always, reference them in comments and stuff like that because they're still developing. So as long as they're developing, they've got challenges like check in every day and you get more coins. Invite more people using a special invite link, you get more coins. So there's a whole list of challenges you can do, and you can get the coins, and then you can give the coins. Like I let them build to about 2,000-3,000 coins, and then I spread them out towards my favorite broadcasters. But you can give different awards to, and you can sponsor us too. We're hoping, Martin and I are hoping to get rid of our Patreon when we get to a minimum $40 a month in sponsors. Sponsors are like a Patreon. It's once a month. The money's taken out of your account type thing. And we want to get rid of the Patreon because this is much more freeing. It's much more control. So what we wanted to do, and we're going to wait till we get $40 minimum a month, is once we reach that, anyone who is a sponsor for us will get a discount off of building stuff. So to get a discount on a quote or get a discount on something that's going to go to our new store once that's up and going, and you'll get the dibs on anything before we even put it up there.
Yep.
So that's our incentives, and it's a lot simpler than the different tiers that we've been trying to do.
In Patreon,
That's been driving us crazy. It's been driving us absolutely crazy. Paint, dude.
What paints do you need? Give me some colors. Gold.
Gold,
Yep.
gold, silver, copper. Obviously not
metallics, kind of. Yeah.
I don't know about the PLA and the standard paints, so I'm thinking of the testers or the.
Start with the testers.
The oil paints, which means I also need a little container of cleaner. So I'm going to actually paint these and try to paint them without sanding them because I want to see how it looks, because when it prints circular, and I actually kind of like it. So I want to see the appropriate paints.
It's a neat effect. It's a neat look.
It is a neat effect. So I'm going to see how it looks with the paints, because these are our first runs of these, and if they work, they'll go into the store. But we did a little trivia yesterday, so there's some people I'm going to be getting hold of, and you guys will be getting the test ones. As a gift for taking part in the trivia yesterday, but yeah, we're very happy with these. I want to see how they work, but I want to see how it looks. Normally I would spray paint, but it's freaking cold outside, and we only have one vent set up, and since we are planning on moving again, we don't want to set up the spray paint booth vent. So I'm going to hand paint them. Thank you, Madison.
Yeah.
We're doing okay, Madison. We're alive. Oh, the leaf. Do I have a gold leaf?
Copper. Is that silver or that?
That's a silver leaf.
That's the silver. Let's see, liquid leaf.
Now remember, these can't be used. Once you use brushes for an oil-based paint, do not use them immediately for water-based paint, because it'll just separate it. So you have to clean them off with soap and water to kind of break it down. Hello, Lori. Thank you for subscribing. Currently have 600 coins. Once I figure it out, it will go to YouTube. Thank you. Yeah, just keep logging on to the HAPS, and there is all of these devices are preoccupied. Oh no, I can use this one. I can use the phone, I think. So many devices. If you go to your profile, let me remember how I did
We
this.
used to have a metallic gold.
Well, yeah, a gold leaf.
Maybe it's
Because if I use real gold leaf, that's gonna make the little lines disappear and up the cost.
You gotta choose try and preserve the look of those print lines, eh?
I'd like to, yeah. Do I have a black? There's a black.
Acrylics.
I'm gonna have to remember what these symbols look like and what the predominant colors are. So I will look up in a moment. Don't worry, it's not a lag. It's just I'm looking down. All the metallics should be in a drawer together. I'm kind of surprised some are here. What are these? Oh, nail polish. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. The stained glass. Although I might need the nail polish for making the blade. Anyway, Martin's going to keep looking. So what you do is when you have your profile, right? I currently have 6. Oh, right, I got that. When you go to your profile, on the bottom you have Discover, Feed, Go Live, which is for broadcasting, Activity, which is people who invited you to the broadcast, etc., 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 And by the way, I think we can do that. I think we're kind of set up to be able to do that. Maybe if I get this phone going or the other iPad going. And then when you go to your profile, you'll see there's a little teeny gear next to edit profile. If you click on that gear, you'll see settings and sign out. We don't want to sign out. If you go to settings, there's all your challenges. If you go to settings, there's all your little challenges. That would be cool to see a lightsaber. Well, we've got this miniature one. We downloaded the file and modified it a little bit. So we're not sure how it turned out on the 3D printer. We're about to find out. The printer literally stopped just before we went to air. But and Martin is going to be making a mold, something I usually love doing, but that's okay. But yeah, you've got to pop down notifications. Where is it? And you go to, I think it's general. No, it's not general. Where is it? Where is it? Brain. Oh, sign up for email updates because that can get you coins. That can get you coins. Socials and multicasting. Where did they move it? Did they move it or am I just crazy? I'm probably crazy and they moved it. Broadcasting. Show awards banner, broadcast graphics, real location as opposed to fake. Moderation. Okay, I was under here. Oh, Christine's forgot how to do this. Oh no. Oh no. Sponsorships. Red Eye, $10. Dave for Infinite, $5. Katrina, $5. Kilted Dragon, $5. And Ron, $3. So 10, 20, 25, 26, 27, 20, $28 out of the 40 before we start giving discounts and special. I'm trying to remember how you find all your challenges. With Discover. I am so feed. I already ate, thank you. My feed trending all. Oh no! I've forgotten.
I don't see any of the.
I've forgotten. What?
Yeah.
Well then, what we do.
I mean, there's that stuff, but that's the relief paint.
That's for stained glass. Right? That's fake letting. Yeah. What we do is we get the regular gold from the watercolor. Yep, watercolor gold. And then what we do is we paint the brass underneath, or if there's a brown in here, it's kind of red. It'll show through a little bit, which is why we need a color that's not far off.
The copper might actually work quite well because that's whenever anything is plated.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. And on the water base, I need black. And if there's if there's like a dark silver, like an anodized metal silver, I require.
If that silver's any.
How was the garlic chicken dinner? We're actually going to cook it for tomorrow because we ran out of time.
Yeah, it's still marinating in the fridge.
So we're going to let it marinate for as long as we can push it.
Marinating, ruminating, whichever.
How was the chicken? Where's Martin?
I'm right here.
We're going to eat the chicken tomorrow. We decided on a simpler, quicker dinner. Okay. So I have forgotten. Now here, I'm going to demonstrate to you guys. When you want an intention of a developer, because, hold on, get coins. That's the ones you can buy, right? Okay. So you can buy coins as well. Coins and rewards. Oh, duh. Okay, folks, go to your profile on HAPS. And where it says your post, you'll see next to it, coins and rewards.
Coins and rewards.
And it gives, there's your challenges right there. I had a serious duh moment.
So you need a black and a darker silver.
You're coming over. Okay.
Black and darker silver.
Hi, Frank.
And what else do we need?
Oh, not this black. It's all. There's a larger black on its side in the drawer next to it.
Right. There is, isn't there?
Yeah, much larger. Like and like that steel silver, if we've got one. I hope we've got one. We got to take stock of everything we've got because we've
All this was
forgotten.
thrown in the drawer and
Brushed bronze, and I think some of these are still from BC. They might actually be no good anymore. Don't know until I try. So hopefully tonight will be still. One of these has superior quality stamped on the top of it. What is it?
is it really though?
It's Americana. We have American friends in the house. Let's say it is.
Way to look at it.
Americana. Well, there's one of the metallics. It's not a silver, but
Actually, there's a black. That sounds okay.
Okay.
And
Deco Art Crafters Acrylic. Bum bum bum. Don't worry about it. PM me when you figure it out. Oh, I figured it out. Went like the latest pic I sent you. I might change my name to Locutus.
yes.
Harold. Oh my God. I'll have to look at it later. Yes, it was a blonde moment, Madison. I had a blonde moment. You know what? I'm actually going to make this easier. I'm going to put my phone on Go Live as well, and just
Neutral
stand it up.
Gray, not metallic, but we'll add.
No. I swore I've got a like
Moss Pearl.
a
A darker gray.
no, it's not a gray. It's like
Bronze.
it's like yeah. It's like it's like freaking metallic moss pearl. What the hell is moss pearl? I don't know. I also like experimenting by mixing different paints together. Okay, so hopefully I don't get a next step. Hang on. I am going to take this device and turn off its mic too. That's this
I
one.
think that's our options.
Okay. So there. Just joking around with you. It's okay, Madison. You considering your mom is of that hair persuasion. We're good.
Not the board you think.
Not the board you think.
Not the board you think.
How's the cat? Which one?
Which one? We have 3. Take your pick. Okay, so you got all the paints in that you need, essentially?
Yes, I think so.
Get
I believe so.
the molding material.
Molding material.
Molding material.
And we don't mean like fungus. I'm loving the Piper Emmy 3D project, by the way. Jeff did an amazing job on Emmy's coat color. Wow. I haven't even seen it yet. And he's still got to tell me how much time and money he spent on it, so I can make sure that he gets his cut. Shane, I have Martin and I have a secret idea for you. We're not going to tell you what it is because it's a secret. But it's we were inspired by something else we saw online. We were very much inspired, and you may want to get isopropyl because these have been handled a lot.
Good point. I'm also going to sand the bottoms a little bit because they're kind of
Ring dragon.
Oh, ring dragon. Oh, I took my ring off earlier when I was doing the chicken, right? And I didn't put it back on again.
My ring's on.
Your ring's on.
I want the ring dragon.
Ring dragon.
Damn you. We're going to put gloves down here because they don't have to be on the
Okay.
table. Is this the I Misplaced Stuff support group? Hi, Dawn. I'd have been here sooner, but I couldn't find the copy of the schedule. There's Jeff. Jeff? Oh, you're attacking with the ring dragon, are you?
Here you go, ring dragon.
Ring dragon. I posted what he painted. Did you? But now I've got all the devices there. I'm going to have to look later. Jeff, you're really quick on the draw. You're going to have to privately send me an estimate as to how much material and how much time, please. But I've got a little 3D print idea for Shane. I was going to do it one-dimensional, as in printed on the computer and ironing it down. Well, I was going to iron it down and make her a small cushion.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was going to make her a small cushion.
Right, yeah.
But I'd rather the 3D printer do something.
Mm-hmm.
So I changed my mind. I'm going to take something that I could easily do in kind of 2 dimensions when you think about it. I'm now going to do in 3 dimensions. And I hope you appreciate it, honey.
Mm-hmm.
So I will send you the difference once I have Jeff's piece in my hands and an estimate as to how much material and whether or not he wants to, donate his time to you and the kiddies, because now he has another profile picture piece that he can use as a demonstration piece. It'd be completely up to him.
Mm-hmm.
and we'll take it from there. And I will give you that extra quote. And I'm not going to charge you for time either for it. More of an ew than a wow. Oh no! Dragon! Oh, right, ring dragon.
Ring dragon.
Invite me up. I will show you what is done at this point. Okay, love you both. Love you too. I'm going to try to figure this out from here because I now have 3 devices that are on my profile. Kilted. So unfortunately, Jeff, you're going to be on this small screen, not a big one. And I have to decide where you're going to go. So, and I need something to
understand that.
Yeah, so we can keep an eye on the live feed here.
Right. So I can find out.
And we should have water. We are so unprepared today.
We are so unprepared. Well, it's that whole rushing.
Oh, I've got the wrong device on online.
Yeah.
Well, that's not good. That's not how it's supposed to work.
Well, that's not right. Let me grab us some water.
And then I want this one, so I can put Jeff in the corner when he comes. Jeff, I invited
water
you.
in 2 cups, folks. Nothing else. This is not a Zoom meeting. There.
Jeff, did I do something wrong? Okay, let's try it this way.
Ta-da.
Nice ceiling. Hey, I fixed it.
Has everyone just been watching the ceiling all this time?
Well, no, because I used the phone to invite Jeff, I discovered that it suddenly switches to the phone, and the phone was pointing at the ceiling.
Oh, of course.
You qualified for the HAPS challenge yet? I imagine you have. I imagine we have too.
Mm-hmm.
We just keep doing the hashtag and crossing our fingers. I think that's how you qualify.
Last night's broadcast, we were at about 3:40, but before we got to the end. Was it not quick? Try the one below. See, you got the bigger phone. I know you didn't have a choice.
I didn't want the bigger phone. I wanted the phone I had to give you because you broke your phone. Mine has less memory, faster processor, less memory. That may or may not stay.
Better camera, higher resolution camera, but less memory to store the pictures that it
You
takes.
couldn't afford the higher memory. Be on my laptop. No, you don't. Get out of the broadcast and go to your notifications, and it should be right there.
Something better, right?
It's got to be a small stand. Are they all in the storage locker?
Hold on.
Hold on. I'm holding.
Trying to remember where it was.
I'm holding.
Remember where it is. We had a little tripod with a little phone bracket on it.
That's right.
Where it is?
Oh God, all these moves, things are disappearing left, right, and center.
I know it's not in the box with all the microphone and audio hardware and the other stands. It's the one. It's got the little gorilla legs, right? The little gorilla pod.
Yeah.
Bendy legs.
Oh, hold on. Isn't that in the travel of all stands case?
Well, let me check again. I didn't notice it the other day. Maybe.
Have you looked at the tasks page? That will show if you qualified. Oh, does it? How much are plans? I pay $70 for Verizon Unlimited. Oh, geez, we pay
Aha, you're right. It is here.
85? No,
Oh, for
105 for mine because I'm paying for the phone
70 for
in
mine,
pieces,
something like that, yeah.
and 75 for yours.
All right. I guess this can turn sideways somehow.
I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
Does it even open big enough for your
Well, no, it has to.
your
Matter.
phone?
Well, that I don't know.
Well,
And
I'll
it
at least
cannot be.
keep
It cannot be
from-
where don't press where the buttons are because the damn design of this
Trying
phone makes it so easy to accidentally call the police. We discovered.
Oh, 911. Oh,
Oh,
her phone's too big. All right, throw the stand out. Let's print a new one. If only we had that time right now.
do we have another? Or can hold on?
I might be able to drop it and get it to stand up. Fido was so expensive when I had the Canadian plan. Yeah.
Well, we've been with them for a while, so when you've been with them for a long while, they tend to want to keep you. Well, this is not what I was thinking, but
Good work.
too
How many devices can you have set up in one space?
many it seems.
Mm-hmm.
And we can keep going until things die. Whatever dies first is the end of the broadcast.
Exactly. Yeah.
Jeff, get out of the broadcast if you haven't already. Go to your main. Oh, do I have the wrong microphone on?
What's that?
I might have the wrong microphone. Hold on.
Oh.
That's the iPad there, isn't it? No, that's not the iPad. What? Oh, yes. No. That's the. So that's the wrong microphone. This should be the right one.
Oh, that's the
How did I do
webcam, the
this?
top one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys can hear us better, right? Or not at all, because I'm not seeing. Well, of course I won't see, because that's the mic for.
Test 1, 2. Yeah, now we got no audio.
Ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum-ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum.
I think the one. Hang on. Wave at the camera. Yeah, that's the one that should be mic'd.
Yeah, which is what I just turned on.
Yeah.
Ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum-ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum.
Check the.
Ba-dum-ba-dum. Ba-dum-ba-bum. There he is.
Oh,
Ah!
Mage close up.
So hopefully we
our,
won't get an echo back. No, it's working because we can hear
Oh.
our own voices out of the screen.
Oh, okay.
So
It's
Jeff
just not
has the
showing on
floor
the
for
mic
a minute.
monitor. Okay. Mhm.
When is your lockdown over? We have no idea. It was supposed to go 28 days, and then it's
Oh,
going
yeah.
28 days again. So, all right, Jeff. Let's see it.
all right. The camera here.
Little higher.
There.
Got two
Little,
different,
so
two different
little.
camera angles. I'm trying to
Right
figure
in
out
front of your
here.
mouth. Put it right in front of your mouth. There we
There
go.
you go.
Now pull it back a little bit.
That's
It's right
great,
there.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
my
That's
God.
awesome.
White cushion. She asked for a white cushion, so let's do
Yeah.
a white
No,
cushion.
yeah, no, I actually asked her about that earlier. We were chatting, and she shared a picture with the two cats on a red cushion, a red cushion that had black little black paw prints on it, and
Okay.
so I asked her if she wanted a red cushion, and she actually said purple. She replied purple to me, so made the cushion purple, and then I'm going to be getting some. I've ordered it. I'm getting some glow in the dark paint, and it's kind of hard to see right now with the print, but there's little flowers on the cushion,
Oh.
and let's see if I
Awesome.
can zoom in.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't really see them or not,
Nice.
but yeah, it's kind of hard to see on the camera here.
Mhm.
But yeah, so there's little flowers on the cushion, and so I'm actually going to paint the flowers with the glow in the dark paint.
Oh, sweet. Nice.
Nice. Oh, wow. That's going to be
Mhm.
awesome. That's going to be absolutely awesome. Wow, Jeff, you work fast. Don't worry, we won't let it get around.
Mhm.
No matter how fast you work, always claim you work slow.
Aye.
Yeah,
Especially
The
if you're
Scotty
getting-
principle, right?
Especially if you're getting paid per hour.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to take at least
Nice.
3 weeks to do this. 2 days later, I'm done. Wow.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, when we get all these out of the way, we're gonna go for our idea. I was inspired by someone else's two-dimensional art, and I wanted to make a small cushion with this, with of my version of the art. And I decided that no, I want to do a 3D version,
Yep.
and then we'll put them all together in a nice little package, and we'll get them off to you, Shane.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We'll see them in your hands. And Martin and I are going to make a little display box for you
Mm-hmm.
so that you can put these together. And once I get that one from Jeff, I'll be able to tell exactly how big it is and be able to include in the little display box. So all you're going to
Yep.
have to do is unwrap each item and put them in the display box, and then put the display box, on a shelf. And you're good to go.
Awesome stuff. Yep.
Martin and I love you and the kitties. You know that, right?
Yeah, we miss you.
Yeah. We miss Piper too. Smartest cat, man. Oh yeah. We don't want to upset
The
ours.
smartest cat that isn't one of ours.
Jeff, you have cats too, don't you?
I mean, my girlfriend has one cat. we don't. Yeah, we don't. So we don't actually have the cat here with us right now. The cat's kind of on a extended vacation at her mom's place. So
See, that's
But,
that's the way to pass the buck. I'm not responsible
Yep,
for the cat
that's
because
right.
it's my
Not
girlfriend's.
my cat. Does your cat bite? No. Your cat just bit me. Oh, that's not my cat.
Um, yeah, Shane. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, yeah. On Piper's Memorial. I wish Jeff knew him. Well, Jeff's gonna know him through us
That's right.
because Jeff is a quick drive away.
Mhm.
You know, I know you. On your Piper Memorial, don't you also have a few little small pieces? Like you've got that little kitty cat angel, like the fairy with the kitty cat ears, and I think you've got that. There's that piece of amethyst that
Shaped
looks like a paw.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll all look together, really nice.
Mhm.
And then, oh yeah, you got his Canadian bandana made into a, was it made into a teddy bear, right? Oh, Jeff. I wonder.
Why are we whispering?
I don't know.
I think the neighbor's going to complain already.
Piper had this Canada flag bandana. I'm wondering how fast you can make up, because you've got the kitty cats there, how fast you can make a little blanket with, it's the maple leaf. I'll show you a picture. I've got some pictures, or you can see them actually on her Instagram profile. If you can manage to 3D print one that fits them as if it's the bandana on them as a little blanket, then she can take it off. Is that asking too much?
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to. I think given like the way the cats are positioned, right? And so like for like a 3D print, we'd have to find like a file of a file of a blanket that kind of would at least loosely sit on the same angle that they're
Well, you'd
on.
have to basically take the top of that print and make it the bottom of the blanket print.
No, like a negative.
Okay.
So one
Yeah.
fits into the other. Oh, it was this baby blanket that was made into a cat toy.
Oh, his baby blanket, okay.
Hey, Vince. Vince is
Hey,
on.
Jennifer.
Oh, Jennifer too. Hey.
Jeff Piper knew how to give 5. Yeah, wave, fetch, high 5, high wave, sit up, turn left, turn right, walk on a leash. Yeah, she'd go shopping with him.
Yep. Bandana represents Piper's travel to Canada. Yep.
Maybe, you know what, Jeff? Don't worry about it. Martin and I are going to figure something out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If we've got some really soft leather, we can always laser cut it, or use the vinyl and laser cut it. It'll be really small.
Yep.
We'll wait until
It's a test.
we'll wait until we get Jeff's work in our greedy little hands.
Now we can add our.
Sorry, grubby, not greedy.
Yeah. Either way, you know. Either way, not great.
Deal.
Yes.
So everyone, do you hear an echo with Martin and I talking? Because basically we're hearing Jeff through our monitor to the left of us, and we're hoping that the mics are not picking him up. So we would love to hear from you guys as to whether or not there's an echo. Don't say twice exactly the same way, Martin.
Wow. Okay. Sorry, forgot about that.
Is there an echo? Is there an echo? Is there an echo? Is there an echo?
Hey, Herc. Hey, Herc.
Oh no. Can we forget about that part of our life?
Maybe.
So everyone let
No
us know.
echoes.
No echoes. Okay, so this is the better way to do it.
Awesome.
Your little errands earlier. I survived. I got really cold.
Yep.
Very, very calm natured. Yes, he was. It's almost all dog, 1% cat. No, he was cat. He had attitude. He just loved you, honey. He'd do anything for you.
So everyone's echoing that there's no echoes. We have no echo, no echo, no echo, no echo. Can
So
you
those
hear
of
me
you,
now?
can hear me now.
Can
Yes,
you
Jennifer.
hear me now?
Everyone who is not on Haps yet, get your butt over Haps and start collecting coins so you can give them out to your favorite Hapsters. And go ahead and support us. Jeff here is actually one of our sponsors.
Yeah.
And basically sponsors our monthly contributions. And, much like Patreon, the money comes out once a month.
Mhm.
And wait until you can explain it. We're having a
Yeah,
cat
yeah,
conversation
yeah,
at the
cat
moment. Hold your
conversation.
horses. Hold your kitties.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Hold your
We're
kitties, mister.
making the honey garlic chicken. Yeah, it's marinating in the fridge right now, so we're gonna throw it in the oven shortly.
Well, we had chips and yogurt for dinner, basically.
Mhm.
It was warm outside in Texas.
Ha.
Jeff,
Minus
thank
7
you.
Celsius today. Feels like minus 13 with the
It
wind
did.
chill.
It did. I was a little bit red-faced when I came in, and it wasn't embarrassment.
Yep.
So Jeff, thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's, I am actually going to, because it seems, I think your camera is tall. So there we go.
Yep.
That'll give you a little more focus. If you wouldn't mind showing everyone one more time.
Yeah,
This
for
is
sure.
Jeff's beautiful work. And Piper and Emmy, which are Shane's kitty cats.
Mhm.
And he painted them up and printed them out for her. And from the sounds of it, he's going to experiment a bit with the pillow, the cushion.
Mhm.
Yep.
And then we are sending her a package because we did the Angel Kitty Vial.
Mhm. Yep.
And Martin and I have secret plans that you won't see on air because we have secret plans. No one's allowed to know. Not even us. Thank you so much, Jeff. They are gorgeous.
And then this guy was actually it was printed hollow. So it ended up using a little bit less resin that way, and so those are the holes there for the hollowing. So then what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna get like some like felt, like a piece of like stick-on felt kind of deal, and just apply that to the bottom here, so it'll cover up those holes, and also give like a nice little like kind of felt base for the whole thing when it's sitting in the display case or wherever it gets put.
Nice. Nice.
Mhm.
Well, thank you very much,
Another
Edward.
question.
Appreciate that.
There was a question for Celsius, 18 degrees in New York.
Yeah.
So what is it in Fahrenheit? Negative, feels like negative 14. So that would be,
Oh, actually, here. Let me take a look here.
do the math. Basically, 32 Fahrenheit is
Is
0
degrees
Celsius. You know, our freezing point is 0, which, you know.
So we're currently minus 8 degrees Celsius. And if I change to Fahrenheit, it is 18 degrees Fahrenheit. So same temperature as New York right now, Edward.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ragdoll, yeah, that's right. She's Ragdoll.
Mhm.
Yes, everyone, by all means, follow Jeff.
Mhm.
I'm going to keep him from completely upstaging us, but he has a different kind of
Yeah.
3D printer.
Mhm.
His is a very different process than ours. So we're going to keep Jeff on hand for anything that our plan is to be overrun. Martin and I are
Mhm.
planning to within the next few months to be able to get a hold of productions, and we're hoping to be buried as shop
Get some
after
jobs
shop.
going in,
You know.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, the larger shops are going under. We're losing a number of the shops, so
Mhm.
they're probably going to start turning to people like Jeff and I, you know, as at-home type things. Jeff and us, okay, fine,
Mhm.
but I own the company. If I can stroke my ego just a little bit.
Mhm.
But yeah, so we're hoping to be so overrun that we're going to have to call Jeff up every once in a while and go, "You're signing an NDA because..."
We need something printed a little higher res than we can do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or we've just
Or
got
we
too
just
much work.
got too much
and
on our plates, yeah. Mhm.
We're sending 6 pieces. We need 6 other ones done. So here you go. But we're hoping that work is so great.
Mhm.
And thank you, Edward.
Yes. Awesome.
Oh,
Hi,
Edward.
Edward. Thank you.
like that Martin and I use the hand that's closest to each other so we can smack each other in the face. You know, it's just-
Okay, we're good. Now that's out of our system.
What were we saying earlier about how we have to beat up on each other every once in a while?
That's right.
Just,
Yeah, just to
okay.
keep things interesting.
Right
Yeah.
there.
All right. Well, I'm gonna drop back off now and
Okay.
let you guys get back
Thank you,
to the regular part of your broadcast. So
Mhm.
thanks for having me here and letting me share the progress of the print.
Thank you,
No
Jeff.
problem.
We'll
Thanks for
talk to you
joining us.
soon, okay?
All right. Talk to you soon.
Later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right, folks. So Shane says 15 degrees Celsius in Texas. So a little chilly for Texas.
So
but yeah.
Jeff, we met a number of years ago when we ran the BC Renaissance Festival. He was one of our most dedicated team members and an incredible, incredible person. And he moved back to Ontario about 7, 8 years ago.
About that, yeah. Hmm.
And because he's originally from here as well. And so he moved. And then, yeah, we followed. And he would call us every New Year's and every Christmas. And on our birthdays, he would always call
Hmm.
and say hi. So he's
So,
a very incredible person in our life
was
and very creative
Great
and very smart.
reconnecting with him face to face, and of course, pandemic. It's a little harder to do, but
But not
then
impossible.
we have HAPS.
I hear Jeff's Canadian accent. He has a Canadian accent.
I don't know.
Well, he's small town too. Like, I mean, he's
Like me, yeah.
Yeah. I'm a
The
Toronto
small
kid,
town accent,
apparently.
yeah.
Well, when I was in California in '99, this is driving me nuts. When I was in California in '99, everyone thought I was from Buffalo.
Hmm.
No one would believe I was Canadian. But I guess I don't know if his family's from. He does have a bit of a Scotia accent now that Shane mentioned it.
Little bit of an East Coast accent, yeah.
Yeah, the Nova Scotian.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're right. He does. I never even thought of that. You know, I'm so used
Yeah,
to
he-
hearing those accents all the time.
Exactly, yeah.
It's like a New Yorker doesn't think about a Texan. It's just another accent.
Mhm.
You know, you just, wow. Thank you, Shane. I never stopped to think about that. I wonder if his family is from Nova Scotia or Newfoundland. Newfoundland.
I don't know. Newfoundland. Lord Thunder and G.
Lord Thunder and Jesus. I just missed Jeff when I was in Vancouver. Yes,
Yeah,
you did. It's a shame because, yeah, I think the two of you would have gotten along great. I told Martin that I requested that Jim in Chicago interview you. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter, and I liked it. We would love to be interviewed by him. We would love to talk to him.
Hmm.
We never really had the chance when we were on Periscope. We actually kind of left Periscope about a year or two ago. Well, we did a cross country on Periscope.
We did,
But
yeah.
that was like the last thing we did for the longest time
Hmm.
because we were just so frustrated with it and so, aggravated by it. And then we decided to come back just, geez, about 6 months ago,
Yeah.
maybe a little more.
Yeah. And then to find out that Periscope is closing down, and
Yeah.
suddenly this is brand new, well, not brand new, but growing, exploding.
Beta.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for unique printed cloth masks. You ought to be printing special pandemic masks. Sewing them is the pain in the ass.
Yeah. I mean, 3D printer doesn't really work well for that. Although there are a lot of people using their 3D printers to print frames for the face visors and stuff for healthcare workers, for frontline workers.
That's true. That's
And
true.
A lot of people got on the bandwagon and are just like cranking out these things and dropping them off at their local hospitals and stuff like that. So
Yeah, it's something we wouldn't mind doing.
Yeah.
Thank you for following it. No, you are so welcome, Edward.
Baston
It's
is their nice
really
name, yeah.
easy to communicate when people follow each other on like Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. I'm trying to give all three apps equal attention, but hopefully things will get crazy. So you may not hear. Don't worry if you don't hear from us for a day or two. Yeah. Let JS know we're on. Everyone share.
Yeah.
I remember that road trip. Yeah, that was fun.
It was fun, yeah.
It was crazy. I want a Superman face mask. I'm sure someone's making them. I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
someone's sewing them.
Oh, yeah.
So Martin is going to, we're doing this lightsaber for Dawn Loves Dragons on Instagram. And we had made this particular lightsaber a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And these are leftovers from making it. We actually made about three.
Well,
Three of
of
them.
that style, yeah.
So we have these spares left because somewhere there's the mold, but we realized the mold is missing. So we said, forget it. So we're going to start from scratch on these. We're going to make a new mold. We thought we'll whip up a file on the 3D printer, but to have the 3D printer busy doing such a simple shape
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't make sense. And we've got leftover rubber from doing a stunt double of a phaser for Discovery. So we don't have a lot of leftover, but it's enough for this.
Mhm.
So what Martin's going to do, usually I'm making the molds, but I want to paint. I want to have fun with all the new 3D stuff.
Let's get your fingers
So
dirty.
yes.
Getting
I
your
do.
fingers doing dirty with molding compound, not as bad, not as good.
So what we're going to do this time is we're going to make a mold out of these, and we're going to pour rubber. And when we pour the rubber, we're going to get pieces of tubing that's the same shape and size as the tubing being used for the lightsaber in order to pre-curve the back.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm wondering, Martin, if we should not I mean putting more material, because I'm wondering if we should have some extra material here so that when it curves, it doesn't take away.
Doesn't make it too thin.
Because we don't
Yeah.
want to lose this
Mhm.
cross here,
Let's see,
right?
this is one of these is the thickest one. Actually, you may have. I think you do have the
Yeah.
thickest one. Yeah.
So when that curve goes in, when we put the curve, when we pour the mold, that's going to disappear.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to become next to nothing and way too thin, in my opinion. So, any thoughts? I was thinking double side tape a bar about the same size just to get it elevated a little more, so we have a little more material to
Right.
work with.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Could do that. Yeah. I wonder what we have any thin styrene or something. I can glue it down, trim it around.
Oh, you're
and,
heading out, Jennifer? Okay, see you
and then
later.
stick them down.
Share before you go. You need to meet Polyscopes in Boston.
Polyscopes.
Who is Polyscopes?
Let's see if I can find some thin material.
Okay. I want a Superman face mask. Etsy has Superman face masks. Oh, do they? Cool. Who is Polyscopes? How much is the lightsabers? Lightsabers range from $200 non-working and less complicated, all the way up to $1,000 with the Pro board, the Pro LEDs, the fightability. Sometimes the double sabers can get a little more. We've managed to keep some of the double sabers at 1,000. But basically, it starts with non-working. Simple, easy. The blade will have a paint job on it, so it looks great in light, but it doesn't actually have a light in it type thing, no sound. So yes, they range according to the size, the complication, and the style. Can you do a golfer or an Avenger? A golfer?
Golfer
A
or
golfer?
Avengers?
Or Avengers? A golfer or Avengers what? She's a good friend who does boating. Well,
Okay.
send me her
Mhm.
link.
Yeah.
Like next time you're on Instagram or Twitter, or now is that going to be enough?
It should be. Now,
I'd rather have too much material than too little.
you're thinking about when this curves? The whole thing is actually going to curve, right?
Well, because we're putting
So-
the curve in
Right.
into the final cast,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because we're putting a bit of a curve in, that won't be flat anymore. The final product will be a little curvature.
Yeah. Well, I think what'll end up happening is the whole thing will curve, top and bottom, a little bit. Right. It'll slump down.
See, Martin and I do this. We try to get each other to see each other before we agree on something.
Mhm. Awesome.
Will do. Thank you. Okay. So that we'll just pretend it's already flipped over.
Right.
Okay.
Mhm.
Right. And we're pouring it in.
Mhm.
Okay. And then we're taking the edge of the same tubing for the lightsaber.
Oh, and sticking it into
we're
the mold.
sticking it into the mold to let it set that way, because that's what we discussed earlier. And you said great idea. So we would have an easier time with things like glues. It would
Oh,
also
okay.
make it that 10% different.
That's
it
true
would
too.
add
Yeah.
to the difference.
Okay, I thought you were referring to pulling them out of the mold and laying them onto a piece. Yeah, that would warp
I'm
them.
talking
Oh,
about
okay.
laying a section in as it's setting,
Right.
so there's a tiny bit of curvature on the bottom.
Okay.
So what that'll do, though, unfortunately, is it'll take away material.
Mm-hmm.
But if we do it that way, we've got another percentage that is just different from the original,
Yeah.
that we can claim it's not the original,
Mm-hmm.
right? It doesn't have to be massively thick, but if we add a bit more thickness to it, we can get that curvature in there, and then it won't have to bend as far.
Right. Yeah.
So it'll be easier on gluing it down.
Mm-hmm.
We won't have to clip it, like super clip it. We can just put standard masking tape on it for it to dry
Yeah.
with the glue, and it'll be a lot faster and easier and less likely to pop off.
Well, that's definitely true. A curve to a curve as opposed to a flat to a curve.
Because remember, when
Okay,
we did
yeah.
these, we took the curved sanding, like a file,
Mm-hmm.
and we put a little curvature in it. And we noticed that
That's right. Yeah.
there was so little material left because these don't bend at all,
Mhm.
right? So when we did these, we put the curvature in. So I'm suggesting we put the curvature in as the pour sets.
Okay.
And to be
yeah.
able to do that, we need a little more material down here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No, that makes more sense. Okay.
Because
Awesome.
if we think it's too deep too, we can always just sand it
True. Yeah.
until it looks right. But at least the curvature will be maintained in the middle.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Okay. So I'll see if we can find something a little thicker.
You got
I
it.
think the next thickness is going to be the 16th, so
Hi, Chris.
that will work. Chris in
Uh,
Denver.
That's funny. A figure of someone golfing or any of the Avengers. If we can find the file already existing on things like Thingiverse, or there's a number of other services that already have 3D files, we can modify it a little bit so it's enough hours so that we, but starting from scratch is a difficult thing. You do anything copyrighted, you have to make sure that there's a percentage too that is different. So while Martin's working on this mold, good to see. Hey, thank you. Share, please, and get your friends on. See, this is our ring
That should
dragon.
work.
Martin took off his ring already. This is
Well-
our ring dragon. So my ring looks so lonely.
I
Sitting
can
on
go
the
get my ring
dragon.
because I took it off earlier when I did the cast doing the.
No, mine will
the
just
chicken.
sit there lonely and look at us. The
Oh,
ring
sure.
dragon will scowl at you every once in a
Okay.
while, because he's good at scowling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That should work.
that's beautiful.
Okay. So
Ta-da!
I'm gonna go get a
I know what I'm
board to
doing.
do some cutting on.
Have you checked out Yegi? Yegi?
Yagi.com.
What is Yegi.com? Obviously, we have not.
I think I feel like that was mentioned in the previous broadcast.
Okay, I'm going to do a screen cap of that then. Boom. I'll ask my brother to follow you. Yay, Edward, thank you. And thank you, everyone, for the rewards. They are incredible. We have turned off the percentage of gold, X amount percent to your goal, because Martin and I don't want to see it. We just want it to be a mystery. We want to reach it when we reach it. Because right now we're just not having goals. The only goal is that sponsorship.
That's right.
Once we reach
That's right.
$40 worth of monthly sponsorships, we will start getting a hold of sponsors and giving them discounts on things, and including quotes. So it'll be anywhere between 10 to 60% depending on what it is. So in other words, the right item, you'll get our time for free. So yesterday, these were printed. And as I told Vince, I don't know if Vince is still here, as we told Vince, we usually sand them to get rid of these little lines, but the way this file was designed, they're so beautiful. The lines are so beautiful
It's a neat detail.
that I am actually going to try to paint these without sanding them, just to see how they look. Now, these kinds of paints may fill in the lines, may not fill in the lines. We're going to find out today. Now, these printed out really nice. I'm very, very happy with them. So if they work out, they can be a product that we get put up on the page. And yesterday we did some Star Trek and Star Wars trivia, courtesy of Michelle, Native
Native
yeah. Graffiti, yes. And so we're going to send one of these. Like, we're going to send the samples out. If they wind up looking really good, we're going to send the samples out to the people who took the most part in it, to say thank you for being here yesterday.
Thank you for being a friend. Like that, right?
Exactly. Now, normally we also spray paint these. Sometimes when something goes to production and you've got little faint lines like this, you just spray paint a primer really quick because it's faster than sanding. And the primer just fills in the lines, and then you spray paint the paint over top of this. Now, normally I would spray paint the paint over top of this, but unfortunately it's really cold outside, and we don't have a vent set up for a miniature spray paint booth. So
that's not going to happen
that's not
today.
gonna happen today. So I'm hoping the lines look good because, I'm brush painting. So we'll see what happens. It's a 3D search site that searches all the major 3D sites like Thingiverse and others.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Golden Girls. Yes, thank you for being a friend. That's right. Now, we have our monitors off to the side. If you can't see something and you want us to hold something up, do let us know if it's not in shot. So today I downloaded, and this is the thing with things like this is the thing with things like Thingiverse.
Wow. You think? I mean, think?
You don't know what the file's like until you try it. Now I'm assuming even though the 3D printer's still on, it's not
It's not heating up.
it's not heating up. It's just sitting dormant.
It should, yeah, it should be idle and cool now.
So I downloaded this file, and it was tiny. It was like earring size. It was this small, and it wasn't sticking to the bed at all. So I reheated the bed because this corner, the rads haven't been on, and now they're on, and it's super hot in here. It's gone from really cold in that corner to super hot. And it was having a hard time printing. So I thought, no, I want to make it the same size as the Star Wars one, so the Star Trek ones aren't lost in the beauty. So I kind of guesstimated, because I'm not too picky as to whether or not they're exactly the same size. And I had it going, and I noticed as I watched it, this particular file, when you blow it up, there's a lot of gaps. And when the person who designed this file basically had the outer edge, it's almost like like an afterthought, had that outer edge, and then went back and did a bit of an inner edge, and then went back and filled in the space in between. So what happened, it happened with this one first. I don't know if you can see it, there's a blob. There's a nasty little blob. I don't know if the camera's going to focus on it.
Camera's trying to focus, but
There's a nasty little blob in the one corner, and that blob was it curling up the whole time. So when the print head came by for another pass, it grabbed it and pushed it all the way across the bed. Well, that wasn't going to work. And I'm looking at the way the fill material is in here, because
Yeah,
it's at the bottom edge is a raised edge, and the fill material is really badly done to the point where the command command signal inside is not really working properly. So I would have had to spend a ton of time. So I stopped the print. I completely stopped the print and said, nope, not going to do that. So I modified it a bit and thought I will try it again. And it did even worse. That was the first outer edge.
and then it just boink.
There's the middle insignia, and it just pushed itself everywhere and around, and that was the outer, wall for the extruder to get rid of the extra material. And so it was like, nope, that's not going to work. So I got back onto Thingiverse and found this beauty. Flat-backed, okay? It's a little different in the sense that the little loop here, is more forward, so it kind of upstages the top of the peak. And it's definitely a different shape. Like this is more the Discovery shape, and this is more the, I guess more the next gen shape when you think about it. And there's 4 versions in this file, one with a larger hole, one with a smaller hole, like this without an oval behind it. And then there's 2, one with a smaller hole, one with a larger hole with an oval behind it. I only printed out the one, and when I saw that it worked, that was my failed attempt because I turned off the I turned off one of the settings, and yeah, it made a mess. And I tried to make it thinner, and that little micro thinner just did a number on the whole file.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I won't do that again. So this is what we meant yesterday by you waste a lot of material getting to know your machine, and there's no guarantee that a file worked for someone that'll work for you. So, on that note, okay. Sorry, a notification popped up. On that note, there was another file in there that's a miniature lightsaber. So I got excessively curious because, it's Obi-Wan's saber and it's tiny. So it just came off the printer before we went to air. So I am going to see if I can get the support material off. We may have made too much support material on this file. I don't know. It's an interesting shape. Very true, yeah. You just never know. You're looking at it and you're going, yeah, that'll work because he says it does on his. Doesn't mean it will on yours. And I've had times where I've gotten a hold of a designer and the creator, and said, okay, this really didn't work, and I send a picture, and I show them, and they're like, oh crap, I uploaded the wrong file. And it's like, well, that didn't help me. We have to remember these are free share.
Yep.
And
Sure.
of course, what Martin and I plan to do is we're keeping track of which creators, which designers work the best for us. And if we sell these things, we will go back and tip the designer
Yeah.
for their time.
Because it's the right thing to do, you know.
It is the right thing to do. So every time
Sorry,
you buy
Rob.
something that one. Yeah. Good going, Martin.
I am good with the earworms.
I may need that little glasses magnifier.
Oh yeah.
Teeny tiny file or blade. Wow.
There's the Exacto.
So we're
with
going
the
to
scalpel.
decide if
I'll
this
go.
is worth the cleanup. Let's see
Give
how
me a
long.
sec. I'll go grab those.
We could always try another print.
Magnifier.
It's like a 3-hour print, so you guys won't see the end of it. But we could try another print with less support. Because
Yeah.
this is really tight support.
Yeah, we turned down the support sensitivity. Like it was defaulted at 55 degrees. We can make it like 65 or 70 degrees, and it'll really reduce the amount of support.
Yeah.
You get to that point where how far do you want to,
Sometimes it's a scaling issue for me.
because of the problems. Yeah, when you end up with walls that are too thin, or if you're scaling something up and there's a tiny gap that would normally be not a problem, suddenly becomes a really big gap in the model.
I do prefer scaling things down than up. Less likely to find holes in your model because they're tiny little holes on the small thing, so it doesn't have an effect, but then they become big holes. But this is the size of this particular file, so it's already small. Design prints definitely need some testing and redesigning. Well, the HAPS logo worked beautifully for us. Like
Mhm.
it just.
Well, that's because we drew it ourselves. We knew the parameters that we needed to go with.
But this took a lot less
You know,
time.
parameters.
Yes, it's very parameters. Yes, folks, our online. Okay,
Sorry, that kind of segued.
our online store is not on hold, but slowed down because I'm having a difficult time communicating with the person they assigned us. He kept saying that the files that I spent all my time sending him so he could set up the Shopify store were wrong and not usable. So I said, listen, I'm only going to redo these one more time. Stop telling me they can't be usable. I want my store to look a particular way, period. You promised me. I'm tempted to just like send him an audio file going, you promised me. And I may still need those close-up. I may.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know yet. But yeah, so I said to him, listen, give me the
Yeah,
parameters.
just in case.
Give me the parameters that Shopify gives you for, and yeah, tiny needle nose pliers.
Oh, tiny needles?
Yeah, so I can get in here with them because my fingers
See
are
what's
fat.
the tiniest we've got in here.
And he says, well, there aren't parameters. There is only specifications that, things. He didn't use specification. There are only things they want and don't want. Okay. Those are parameters.
sounds like a
and
parameter
I
to
was
me.
just so frustrated with him at this point. I very sarcastically wrote back and said, that's what parameters are. I was so tempted to copy and paste, a dictionary.
Dictionary definition.
Dude, that's what parameters are? That's okay. I can get stuck easily on jingles. I remember the original Toys R Us song. That one was the best. Yes! I don't like the new Toys R Us song, and Toys R Us is gone in the States, which we're sorry, guys. They still exist up here. If anyone wants us to pick up one of those giraffes, let us know.
The Jeffrey giraffe.
Yeah. Hi, Christopher. Okay, how many Chris's are in the house now?
We got a lot of Chris.
Okay, now I'm Christina.
Yep, that's
I stopped becoming Chris once there's too many of us. So we have Christina, Christopher, and Chris. No other Chris's. No, Chris is joined. Just don't say anything unless you want us to get
just
confused.
just don't use your.
Or give us a nickname. Damn, gentlemen. We have to do something about our names. Why don't one of you... hey, one of you could be Christina for a change.
I'm sure that'll go over well.
Hey, Chris, want to be Christina for a day? I have to get going. Have a good night. Thank you for everything. You are welcome, Shane.
Thank you, Shane. Thanks for joining us.
Now, thankfully, I know what a lightsaber looks like.
This is good. Yeah, so basically chip away anything that doesn't look like a lightsaber.
Yep. But
As the
the
saying
problem
goes.
with being nearsighted is I need my glasses to kind of read your comments. So Martin's going to have to pay a little more attention. but they focused past the item I'm working on.
Toys R Us was such a great toy store. I really miss it. Yeah.
I don't want to grow up.
I'm a Toys R Us kid.
There's a million toys at Toys R Us the kids can play with. Yeah. Damn it, when was Toys R Us started?
Had to in the 1960s. I can't remember when it came to Canada, but
If anyone wants to get on, we figured this out. We send the audio through the computer and try to keep our heads forward as much as possible so that we can keep our microphones from pointing towards the computer. Okay, yeah, we need less support material. This is,
is it between all the fins?
yeah. And even here at this little disc.
Oh, yeah.
Thank God I'm not in public.
I know.
I get rejected in seconds. Damn it, people relax.
Treated like a leper.
I have not had enough water today. My throat is dry. And this is radiator heating. Surprise, my throat is dry.
Mm-hmm.
See, when the border's open, there you go. When the border's open, you guys can come up.
Shop Toys R Us
just
with
to
us.
shop at Toys R Us. We'll tell you where all the ones in Toronto are. Yeah, the mess between the fins is not a happy place. Wow, this is a huge cleanup. They used to have Jeffrey the Giraffe and Caution to do meet and greets. This is a fun experience. Nice. Yeah, we had Jeffrey show up, like Jeffrey the Giraffe would show up at like kids festivals and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That was always fun. That was always loads of fun. So how is everyone doing out there? Feel free to share. Remember, our minimum goal for our sponsorship is $40 a month, and that's when we start doing discounts and things.
Yeah, Rob, they do still exist in Canada. They're two separate corporations, so the U.S. corporation went bankrupt, the Canadian one did not.
But we don't have things like Target.
Target tried,
I think I booted
but
out of Canada.
it couldn't compete.
Target owns our Hudson Bay company, our iconic, our iconic store. But they
Canada's
own
oldest
it-
company.
Yeah, but they own it under what's called a heritage contract with the government. So they don't have their own stores here, but they do own the Hudson Bay company. Just like for a while, Disney owned all of the Royal Mounted Police merchandising.
Yeah, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
As a country, one of the things that we definitely do well is letting other people save our heritage.
Well, that's true, yeah.
Well, I guess the War of 1812, we were trying to destroy each other's heritage. So, fair is fair.
Fair is fair, yeah.
Canadians do a hell of a lot of shopping over the border, and American companies help us save our heritage companies.
Oop,
Oh,
what?
that
Oh,
comment's trying. I got kicked out and banned from Toys R Us.
Amber. Amber, what did you do?
Amber! Honey, what did you do? Okay, what the hell did you do? I've been a pain in the ass before in Toys R Us, and I never got kicked out. Oh, then again, my idea of pain in the ass. What did you do? Amber? Okay, I'm not going shopping with Amber. Ever.
Okay.
Ever. I'm not going shopping with Amber. It's just dangerous. God, girl. Oh, tell me at least once in your time together with Jay that you've at least once gotten him in trouble in a store. Because I've gotten Martin in trouble before I get myself in trouble.
More than enough times.
Because that's the way you're supposed to do it. You know that, right? Oh, wow, that's cool. So the Canada branch of Toys R Us did great, and the American screwed up. Yeah.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Well, the Toys R Us here really doesn't have competition.
No, that's true. There's no other large toy chain in Canada.
I mean, there's toy sections in places like Walmart, but it's not a Toys R Us. There's Mastermind toys, but they're kind of specific. Okay, what'd you do? Bound
from
Oh,
the
big
ball
balls.
we raced around the store. Hold on.
Oh, I want the security cameras from that. How long ago was this?
So who else got kicked out of that as a result of that?
See, yeah, the cleanup time on this would be killer.
Yeah.
We need to try to print another one without, with less support material and see whether or not it sags.
Mhm.
Wow, this is crazy amount of support material. I'm gonna have a serious chat with that app.
Yep.
I am.
Does
So-
the Canada brand do what?
Yes, do what?
What about the Canada brand?
What
What
about
does it do?
Spit it out.
Okay, so those are going to sit for a few minutes while the glue dries. So I
Oh
can
yeah,
give
this is
them a
killer
little
cleanup.
blending.
Does the Canada, come on, Rob. Oh yeah, this is killer cleanup.
Branch use all the same mascots as the American. I think we have
Yes.
Jeffrey. Yeah, Jeffrey Giraffe.
Yes, we
Oh,
do.
yeah.
We have Jeffrey Giraffe.
I don't know if there are any other.
Had it for an hour
Mascots
before
an
security
hour,
ran
wow.
us all up. Oh my god. I wanted to be there. Okay, we gotta do it. I don't care
I
about
like
our...
that. Rounded us all up.
Oh, how many
How
of
many
you?
of you were there? And how did it take them an entire hour
To
to get
stop
that
you.
under control? That sounds like a riot. Literally.
Except-
Bouncy ball protest.
Except that kind of riot, you don't have to put like wooden panels on glass windows.
Yeah, really.
Wow.
I'm fun to go shopping with.
So
Sounds like.
we can sell this one online as a discount because... Well, let's see what it
Wooden
looks like
plate.
painted. But yeah, it's all in the... It's all in the little ribs.
Mm-hmm. In between them all?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I see that.
Really rough, really difficult to get the support material out. So it would take too much time to properly clean up. There any difference? Man, I hate this stupid keyboard. I swear I'm not typing drunk. Oh, come on, Rob. I'm fast, and there were 6 of us. Nice. Oh my God, I wish I knew
See
you.
it.
I wish I knew you better. Hold on, you still have, hold on, she still hasn't answered. How old? How old she was?
Oh, when the incident happened.
This is gonna be killer to get in here.
Back out of the way here. I can see you pull again. Maybe we should try printing it from the other end, and then reduce the.
Well, according to
Supports.
the images, oh, that's actually not bad. That was actually easier. It doesn't go all the way down or anything. It just goes.
Yeah, it's fairly
Wait.
shallow. That should be.
God, I would love to
pencil-sized.
hollow this whole thing out and put wiring in it. That
Oh,
would be
yeah.
so much fun.
30. So nice, mature.
It's about
age.
20 years ago. Shh. Oh, I should keep my trap shut. No, hold on. You guys. No, I don't care. I'm trying to remember how old everyone is in relation to me, and I think I stopped caring. Because I don't care. If you're cool, you're cool at any age. You can be 100, and I'd still think
My
you're cool.
fingers are too big for the stupid little keypad. That's okay, Rob.
Wow, look at that. It's actually not bad.
Mhm.
So the support doesn't have to change too much. It's his saber was silver, right?
Only 13. Yeah, 13 years.
13 years ago. Okay. Well, you're younger than we are. Damn. 40, 43.
Mhm.
Wow. No, not by looks, just by maturity level. I thought you were the same age as us.
There we go.
That is cool.
Chris says, I am Gen X. Yeah, Gen X like us.
I'm pretty proud of myself.
Yeah. Not bad.
I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm very proud of myself. Okay. So,
Cool.
It's been a while since I've looked at any of these things. I should remember all the color codings. Can't wait to get a laptop and no longer have to use my iPad.
And
Well, you could
J-Rob
get an extra
Cradle.
keyboard. J-Rob the Cradle. No, he's he
iPhone,
just
not
has
iPad. Okay,
very
yeah.
distinct tastes. Jay has very, very distinct tastes. Yeah, we will never interfere with Jay's tastes. And that's as far as I'm going, because, you know, we're not that kind of broadcast. Mm-mm. Had to get in there.
Yep.
It was taking too long.
Ah, come on, these are not sticking down
Excuse me? What are you sticking them down with?
with the Gorilla.
Why didn't you just stick them down with double-sided tape? They only have to last long enough for a mold.
Well, I suppose,
You
yeah.
twit. I love you! What
Uh-huh. Well, I need to be able to shape them a little bit, and the double-sided tape might not just.
do you mean shape them?
Well, just kind of blend them. Otherwise, we're gonna have a big set. But yeah, maybe we'll clean off the. Well, some of it's sticking.
Oh boy, Martin. Double-sided tape, you can still shape them. Take a knife to
Yeah.
shape it. You don't need that much work, because that's going to
Yeah.
partially disappear when you put the curved surface on there.
Well, that's true too. Alright, let's see what I can do.
See, this is the difference between Martin and I building. I always look for the simplest route. It doesn't always work.
Oh,
There are
that one's
times where
working,
Martin will
okay.
look at me and go, no, that needs more. And he's right. Although in the case of this, I'm not sure. Martin's like, that needs more support. So I put more support, and now I think we have to. So somewhere in between what I wanted to do and what we actually wound up doing is the actual formula.
Is the correct one,
But yeah, there are times where, you know, my quick and easy, come on, just do it, really works well. But Martin has to overcomplicate everything. Does it make you feel special?
No.
What? The least it can do is make you feel special. The least it can do is hinting here. The least it can do is.
Okay, it makes me feel special.
There we go. I feel like I'm talking about a
So
relationship.
special, I drop things.
iPhone, not iPad. iPhone is tiny. Huh, now I'm up on another device. Jay's just moving from device to
All
device. Are you both working off the one profile?
Oh, so now Jay and Amber are both up?
You guys should get on Haps. Seriously.
Yin and yang.
Hold on, Amber, you do graphic design, right? If I remember correctly. You should be on Haps.
Oh, yeah.
You should be on Haps. You should be getting people to sponsor you and give you awards and talk about graphic design, talk about colors, talk about structure, talk about, you know, talk about all these great things. Yin and yang. A little bit. There are things we're a lot alike and things that are completely different. It's like they compensate. Parts of us compensate. Yep. Jay. Yep. Jay's agreeing.
All right.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, I do. Yes. Yes, you should get over onto Haps. Because it's data too. So the people who run Haps, when you join Haps, the first 7 people, still people that you suddenly see subscribe to you, are the developers.
Just start resin art as well. Oh, nice.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, you should be on here. Get your butt over here. No. She says as her eyes get bigger and bigger. No.
Rob, I'm a moderator here. Haps have no power. The force is weak on Haps for me.
Oh. Hey, Beta. Just let them know. Just do @Pablo, and you'll see his lovely. What is it, Pablo de
Oh, yeah.
Loya. And see, my thought was like this.
No.
No, okay, they won't. So you're putting that one in the middle and the other two on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, just and Peter
Bittner?
Bittner.
Peter Bittner.
And you'll
They're
see
two main
they are
guys.
instantly on your supporters, on your followers. So I'm trying to remember what color is what. So lightsaber silver is a base.
Yep.
Carefully, because some of these spaces are really small and I don't want to fill them.
Here. We have a full-scale reference of that one.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
It's in the cabinet. And the Starfleet command emblem.
They're usually gold.
Completely or gold with silver on the outside?
Ooh.
Ooh.
That varies from show to show.
Ooh. Okay, guys. Opinion. The Star Trek emblem. What do I paint it? Gold or silver? Or gold with silver on the outside, or silver with gold on the outside? So what do I paint it? Opinion. Pause. Do 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 do. See, like, I mean, I would have just taken the knife and put it down on the table and gone cut, 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 and just
Eh.
cut the corners round. Because it doesn't matter. You can always sand the final, or sorry, trim the final because it's a rubber. The final's going to be rubber.
That's true. Yeah.
See, Martin complicates. Amber is up on her own profile now. Nice!
All right.
Get your butt in here, girl. Okay, come on, gold or silver? Silver center, gold highlights on the edge. So does everyone agree? Silver center and gold around the edge? For the Starfleet emblem? What do you think?
That would work. Gold with silver trim. Oh, now we got the opposite.
Oh no! My own device
two out of
and
three.
sign in. Don't need J. There she is! Woohoo! Hi, Amber. Hey, graphic designer. Gold in the middle, silver on the other side, or silver in the middle and gold on the outside?
The camera focused on your work surface. Normally we have multiple cameras going. Tonight we opted not to do so.
Mm-hmm. Does it focus better from back here? I know it makes it really small, but hang on. I'm gonna do this. First, I'm gonna follow Amber. Oh. It's not letting me do it at the moment. Silver on inside. Okay, I'm gonna trust Amber. Silver on inside, gold
Silver
on the outside. Silver on the inside, gold on the outside. So that's gonna go next to the
Crunchy on the
lightsaber.
outside, chewy in the middle.
Now I want to do silver for the two,
For the Rebel Alliance.
for the Rebel
and
and
the Jedi Order.
yep.
Mhm.
I can do silver for those because I think they look good
Actually,
silver.
isn't the Rebel Alliance usually red?
Is it?
Yeah.
The Rebel Alliance is usually red.
Mhm.
So that one.
Yeah.
And silver.
And silver for the.
Well, then you gotta get me a metallic.
a metallic
Find me the red.
Metallic red.
Find. Oh, I hope there should be a metallic red in there.
I think there is. Yeah.
Okay. I am right. There you go. So that's all.
Mhm.
Okay. No, that's silver, so that's gonna go there. Ooh, now the bad guys.
Why did they make it so small?
Black? Black. What do you guys think? Black? Because I don't want to do all three of these black. I've got 3 left. And I want to at least make one like bronze or gold or something. Color. Yes!
This is.
Amber did. Thank you for subscribing!
Red metallic flake.
Gold can be too much overpowering. Silver is more neutral. Everything else plays better with silver. Well, and the hardest thing too is Star Trek uses both. Right? And it's the command symbol in the middle, which is why I think that's why people said gold right off the bat. We'll see what it looks like. We can always repaint.
Mhm.
Amber has good taste. Copper. Okay, well, okay. This one copper? Copper or black? Because I do have a copper here. I've got a copper and I've got a gold leaf. Actually, it's kind of brassy, but it looks more copper. That one copper? Because if we're going to put these up in the store, we're going to take pictures and put them up in the store in the near future, then we want them to be attractive to people. Both. Oh, yeah.
We can't do both. We've
Can't
only
you
got
go?
one.
Both. Copper or black? Copper. Rob says copper. Okay, let's go copper. Let's go copper. Okay.
They'll never take me alive, Copper.
One of these has got to be black. Yes, copper. Okay, cool. What do you think, Martin?
Left one.
Think that one should be black?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you guys think? Black? Because the bad guys, right? Black.
They're not bad. They're just misunderstood.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, really.
That super looks so abused. I am 2 for 2.
Yay!
Oh, we say black for this one. What do you think? Because they're bad guys. Of course, there's a delay as people think about it
Mhm.
and then type.
They ponder.
Are you pondering what I'm pondering?
I think so, Brain. But this time you get to wear the rubber pants.
I love that one. And the duck and a hose.
Yeah. Where are we going to get the duck in the hose at this hour?
I'm working on a set of tarot card designs while watching.
Oh,
Nice!
Nice.
Red for the bad guy. No, we already got red for the good guy.
Yeah. The Rebel Alliance.
Black. Oh, what color should this one be? How did I wind up with 3 bad guys and 2 good guys?
I don't know. Well, we have the original Imperial, and I think one is the New Order or
Yes,
something, and one
that's
is
the original Imperial, and that's the
yeah.
New Order.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the,
Republic,
is it the
or
Republic?
just pre-Empire, and that's where they.
All right,
Empire
grab
got
your
it?
phone.
Grab the phone.
What color should it be? Crap, black it is. Oh, Amber, I can't wait to see the tarot cards. That sounds exciting. Now, do we want to wipe these down with a little isopropyl, or you think it's okay?
I
'Cause we've
can give
handled
them
them a
a
lot.
bit of a wipe down. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. We have.
Galactic
Okay, so
Empire.
that's the Galactic
Yeah.
Empire. Yep. Rebel Alliance,
Yep.
the New Republic.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Uh,
I don't see this one.
okay, that one does not have them. Here's one that's got more. Here we go.
There it is.
Oh, that's the Sith. The Sith Empire.
Oh, why don't we make this one red?
And then the 8.1 is. The 8.1 is the Galactic Republic.
So why don't we make the Sith red?
Okay.
Unless there's a color code that has to be dictated by, the world.
Not that I know of.
Okay. I mean, if someone asks me to paint a different color, I'm not going to say no.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's start with the one-offs. Or no, I'm going to start with the lightsaber. Because. All right, I'm going to use, this is Liquid Leaf. This is an old one, so I'm hoping to God there's still some in here. Because I had some gold, and I see the gold doesn't exist anymore because I used it more than the silver did, than I did the silver. But this stuff is incredible. I don't even know if, I haven't seen it at Michael's. I used to get it at Michael's. But this stuff is so incredible. But yeah, I haven't seen it around lately. So I'm starting to
Not in a
worry that the
while.
product doesn't exist anymore.
All right. Oh, we're gonna need to. Should we get some paper towel or something here for
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I might need a stir stick for some of these.
stir sticks?
Like a couple toothpicks or popsicle sticks. Oh yeah, you can tell this is old. It's like peeled open. Yeah, I need to stir it by hand. Now this stuff reeks. But it bites into the plastics really well. Yeah. Is that going to be big enough? No. Remember, your toothpicks you use for this kind of stuff should never be the toothpicks you use for food.
Yeah.
Because no matter how careful you are, something always happens. So I've been trying to figure out a way to get music on HAPS, and the only way I can think of doing that is that some of you musicians out there, if you want to come on our broadcast, you can play. Like we'll invite you, and then I'll just turn your volume to a little lower because as an instrument you're probably upstage, Martin and I, and drown us out. So what we do is we put you on in the corner so that they can see you and tell who you are.
Isopropyl.
And then, yeah, you can play for us. That way we shouldn't get slapped by copyrights. Because that's what happened at Christmas time. Martin and I had music going. And we got slapped. We got in trouble. We got in trouble. much in
Someone's
trouble.
watching a movie next door or something.
Yeah, they're really loud
Oh,
next door
nice.
today. We should complain.
Should pound on the walls.
For those of you who are not aware of what's going on, we need to move again. Is that all I have left? I know there's a larger bottle. I think it's in the storage.
Oh, of the thinner.
Yeah, the cleaner. The
Oh, or do we have? Hold on, the lacquer thinner. I think we might have it here.
My brain suddenly went blank as to
square
what
tin.
it's called. This one says for hobby thinner, which it's technically, I guess, what it is, but it's not what it is. It has a formal name, but for some reason my brain just went blank. Blank, 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 blank. So yes, we are doing the minimum $40. Once we get to minimum $40.
We do have.
You do?
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we should get some ventilation in here.
Yes, a little bit of
We'll be
ventilation
using very
would be
small
helpful.
quantities of that stuff, but we should get some ventilation in here.
Yes. Because my father used to use all these kinds of paints a lot, in his apartment would always just smell like paint. I usually spray paint these kinds of things, so doing it by hand, let's see how well this stuff takes. And we usually also use ABS, not PLA. So this is a new adventure in a number of different ways. Oh, that's actually going on that nice dark metallic silver anyway.
That's good.
So yeah, so that means I do the highlights with the lighter stuff. And mix it on in so it looks real metallic. I should do this end first, because I have to get inside in order to do this end. So how is everyone doing? Is anyone broadcasting on HAPS? Does anyone have any plans? Martin and I are presently, once we know where we're moving and what we're doing and what the timeline looks like on all of this, we are planning on doing a Car Hunger COVID costume contest, which will basically be 80% of your costume must be from around your home. So you have to incorporate, even if you're a cosplayer and you have a full costume,
Won't qualify.
won't qualify. You can choose aspects of it, but like, I mean, a superhero cape with a sheet and tinfoil hats and prom queen princesses.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to get you guys to dress up and we'll have to figure out a prize. Have to figure out a little prize to send you guys.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So there we go, folks. We have 3 of those little wiper blade rubber grips for the lightsaber, ready to be molded. So what we've got, I need to put some gloves on because hey, the paint is one thing, but the casting and molding materials
that's another.
are something entirely different. Working with silicones.
Well, 2-part. So one's a catalyst. So when the catalyst goes off, it kind of bonds to your skin if you're not careful.
It's not fun.
So if anyone wants to have Martin and I on their cast in the near future, please let us know soon, because we're hoping to be able to plan the next week. Edward Wolf, are you still here? If so, let's
We'll be broadcasting tomorrow morning for a while, I hope. Chris Wiegand. Okay. Amber's all signed up.
Awesome. Yay! Everyone, subscribe to Amber. Subscribe to Amber. Again, longtime friends coming back to Ontario and seeing people we hadn't seen for a long time. Actually, I haven't seen Amber face-to-face, seen Jay a few times since we got back. But, yeah, longtime friends, very important people. If someone's willing to talk to you after this many years,
I know, really.
after you run away to another province, I guess it could be worse, we could run away to another
We
country.
abandoned so many people when we left, you know.
Oh, again, I've got to take my glasses off. This is hurting.
Oh, yeah. Trying to see that close, yeah.
Yeah, focus is past.
I need a bigger stir stick. So I'm going to grab a couple of popsicle sticks.
Now, this stuff has gotten really, really thick over the years. So, I'm going to see whether or not it clogs up, because if it clogs up, I'm going to have to thin it out. If not, I'm going to leave it the way it is, because I hate having to thin out paints of any kind. Unless I'm doing something like a fake stain. Because you can do stains without having stains. You can do them with water-based paints, which is usually what we do. It's cheaper, it's quicker, it's simpler. And then you just do a spray coat of clear lacquer over it and you're done. Yay!
All right.
Thank you.
Community. This is it. This is all about community.
It is. It is.
So our molding compound that we have. Oh. Apparently there's a bottle of Gorilla Glue gel in with the
why
molding
is
compound.
there a bottle of...
don't know.
I don't know either. One of us must have dropped it in there accidentally. I hope.
Before it went back to the locker. So we have, it's called Mold Max 30. It's a product by Smooth On, which is one of our favorite companies.
Yay, Smooth On!
Ta-da.
Smooth On.
Yeah,
should
it's
get on
basically it's a
hats.
two-part silicone. That's the silicone and that's the catalyst. And you.
I should hashtag Smooth On.
Oh yeah. I wonder how many other hashtags or how many other hits Smooth On hashtag gets. This is where we have a lot of fun with horrible chemicals.
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 Chemicals. So
I'm going to grab
many
a-
chemicals.
Cheapy, repurposed.
Jay's dealt with stinky
Plastic
chemicals
cup.
too.
Sorry, what?
Jay has dealt with stinky chemicals too.
Oh, stinky chemicals. I think you
Stinky.
said sticky chemicals. It's like, excuse me?
Martin,
You know.
behave.
I know.
So this is where I try not to paint my finger. 'Cause this
An old
lightsaber is...
schooler here. Do I get an honorable mention? Oh, for the costume contest, or?
We'll
Pardon the momentary noise here.
We'll figure it out. We just, once we know, what the next month or two. So it might be in February, it might be in March. It depends.
Actually, yeah.
And I don't mean like adult underwear. Okay, I'm getting to a point where I'm going to have to paint my
I'm gonna move
finger.
these over here so they're a little less at risk.
Yes, I may have to. Actually, I do have to get new glasses, but that doesn't mean I should destroy the ones I have.
Yeah, would
Okay.
not be a good idea.
Now, normally, if something I do a lot, then I will go out and create like a little stand or something to be able to paint it. I mean, it's a lightsaber. It's got a opening at the other end. Okay, so I may have to touch up the paint at the opening because it's now kind of stuck to the paper. But I actually really
dear.
like that silver.
It's like a dark bronzy silver.
Yeah, it's pretty
isn't it?
cool. I really like it. I'm going to use the bright silver for Star Trek because it's Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
The Federation, that perception of perfection. Say that 10 times fast.
Perception of perception. Right, yeah, you're right. I can
Yeah,
even say
see?
it once.
I should
Got
see
a
if I can find a
moderate
Klingon trifoil.
Oh yeah.
For people like Jill.
Mm-hmm.
Jill.
All right.
So everyone feel free to share. And let's get some people over here, especially creative types. And for those of you who are curious about Canada, because you've now got, I think we've got 4 Canadians in here now. Somewhere out there is got to be Jedi Senshi when she comes by.
Mm-hmm.
Katie has actually been having a difficult time. Her mom passed away, so she needs friends right now. But when my father passed away, it was really difficult to kind of connect and communicate with the world because you just don't want to for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And her family's still dealing with a lot of stuff. So
That was definitely something I experienced this past year or so too.
yeah, we've lost a lot of people in the past year.
Okay, grab another.
You don't want your costume contest to turn onto this is not the type of broadcast violation. No.
Yeah,
No, there
we're
will
gonna
be
have to set
rules
some ground rules for that kind of thing.
Yes,
you know.
all the legal stuff has to be covered.
Rule number one: no costume is
Still no costume.
That
That's
was one of the
right.
biggest rules at masquerades that we've been involved with in over the past 30 odd years.
No costume is still no costume. Oh no, you're kidding.
Is it sealed?
I think we're sealed.
Need,
These little pliers aren't gonna work.
need bigger pliers?
Yes, these little pliers aren't gonna work. Now, we got to be careful though. I actually posted this on Instagram when it happened when I was doing the Mechanary birds, the little steampunk birds, and I went to open one of these with a pair of pliers and I squeezed too hard because it was having a hard time,
That's right.
and I shattered the glass. I had glass everywhere. So many friends were like, oh, "You didn't hurt yourself, did you?" I said, "No, I was okay."
Need that pair. Gently and carefully. I give her the biggest pair of pliers.
Maybe
we
there
could
should be
possibly.
two of us. These aren't the biggest. We have bigger ones, don't
Oh,
we?
we have bigger. Oh, we have way bigger pliers than that.
Yeah. So.
Try the inner. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, actually, grab it in here.
What?
Grab the lid in there. Instead of out there.
Oh, you mean where the teeth are? I think that's how I destroyed that one.
Yeah, try not to grab too tight. Am I going the right way? Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Oh wow, that's really. Oh, there we go. Now we got it. No birthday suit attire or close to it for the contest. As long as naughty bits are covered. I mean, again, we'll come up with the ground rules because we do have to be. We don't want to be an SFW.
No. 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 It's really nasty once you get that little specification. Well, there doesn't seem to be much in here.
Gonna have to take stock and restock some paints. I think.
Take stock and restock.
Take stock and restock.
Oh, there's a tiny bit in here. Hopefully it's enough.
Oh, you know
Well,
what? I did a boo-boo.
if people start requesting them, we can.
I did a boo-boo.
What'd you do?
I didn't zero my scale on the empty cup. So now I need to find one of the other empty cups.
My dad has been in palliative care for over a year. Can't get in to see him.
Palliative
It's
care
hard right
for.
now for many families.
Oh my.
Alex to all. Oh, Amber, honey. That was they said attire.
That's a long time to be in palliative.
That was true. That is a long time.
My dad was in palliative for about 5 weeks before he passed, and that was last December. So that was before the whole pandemic thing took place.
Kind of.
Before it was actually recognized as a pandemic,
That's
I
true.
guess.
Ron's right. That is a long time. I'm not too worried if I make a mess of the outer edge a bit because I'm going to wait for the silver to dry before I paint the gold. And yeah, at some point I'm going to have to make like a little hanging rack for things like this to dry.
Rack.
Thank you, Jay. We got a hi.
Yay! Thank you.
This time don't smack me because I got paint on my brush.
That would be bad.
Now we got the hang of the awards. It's actually pretty cool. I really do. I really do like the fact that people now remember they are a beta, which means those first 7 people who subscribe to you are developers. So if you see something going wrong or if you see something happening, do make sure you tag them. They've been really, really good with us, keeping in communication with us and conversing. And Pablo and Peter,
PNP?
PMP, do broadcasts all the time as to how-tos and gives people question
tutorials and stuff,
yep,
yeah.
gives people question and answer time. They're really, really determined to make this app the thing.
Well, thank you, Ember, as well. Yeah. They
did
told
as
us
well?
3 months, but he's
Nice.
strong. It really isn't him anymore. Yeah, well, that was it with Dad as well. Like when they got him into palliative care, he was becoming less and less him, and he spent most of his time sleeping and didn't recognize us when he was awake most of the time. Although, interestingly, he kept asking for Christina.
Honey, your dad and I had a very special relationship. I'm definitely not what he expected for you.
That's very true.
That's definitely a fact. Just thank God both mine passed in October 2013.
Oh, wow.
17 days apart.
Yeah, my parents were 2.5 months apart.
My mom's still alive, but we won't go there. Christina's shutting up now. I've always been closer to you guys. You know, I was always my father's child, and I got along with Martin's father much better than I did his mother.
Mm-hmm.
Although she kept asking for me too.
That's true, yeah. All right, so my proportions are weighed out and found not wanting. Oh wait, that's Egyptian mythology. Never mind.
Found not wanting. If your materials are wanting, we got a problem, Martin. We have to have a serious conversation with your materials. Because yeah.
we are living in a material world.
And I'm a material girl. Go on, why'd you stop?
Because I'm not a material girl. Yeah, I'm a material guy.
So as Martin is demonstrating, yeah, really, no, you're not. Please don't say that. Martin is demonstrating the fact that some materials that we work with, you weigh out in order to get the portions, and others you measure out.
Mm-hmm. So it varies depending on the material. And the silicone rubber is 10 to 1 by weight, right? 10 parts of the silicone to 1 part of the...
What is this build for? Rob asks. Well, we have a lovely follower, a very dedicated, supportive lady over on Instagram by the name of Dawn Loves Dragons. You can guess her name is Dawn. And she did a custom order lightsaber, and she wanted us to base it on Luke's. And there are parts, of course, that don't exist in real life, and we have to make sure that we make it a small percentage different than the actual one in order to not get in trouble. So that's Martin is working
distinct,
on,
as we call it.
Yes, Martin is working on the grip parts for it, and I am working on pendants to put up on the new.
My fluid ounces or grams? By grams.
Now, Smooth On products originated out of Europe, didn't they?
I think they did, yeah.
Yeah. They're originally, I think it's a British company, but Smooth On products come out of Europe, and they have great tutorials, and they really believe in their product. And we've been using them for years, and we've been watching the product grow and grow and grow. And they've got a new, they've always had dragon skin, but now they've got different grades of dragon skin, and one of the grades is prosthetic grade. So when we get the money and the chance, I wanna play.
Mm-hmm.
I want to play. I want to make new ear tips and stuff like that. And
maybe do forehead. You know. I'm realizing this popsicle stick that I got was just a little bit too short.
The Saturday of reverse polarity.
The last Polaris.
The last Polaris. Wow, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately missed it.
Mm-hmm.
Martin doesn't want to sing the material girl part. Don't blame me, Martin.
Well, you know, I can be in touch with my femininity. I just again.
Yep.
Luckily, this takes like 9 hours to cure, so I can set it aside for a moment and then finish mixing it.
It's the black.
The black.
Basically, it's the colors I use the most.
Okay.
We're reversing roles, are we?
Apparently.
Very gentle.
Yeah.
Not too, because those little teeth are what cracked. No, you seem to be able to hold the bottle better.
All right. The gloves might help too with grip.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Okay. Nice of the bottle.
Yeah, I shattered a bottle
Bottle,
once,
bottle,
guys. When these things seal, they really ready?
Yep. Oh, yeah, this one's really tough.
Oh wow.
Dang it.
Yeah, I don't do the. Trust me. I can try here first.
No, it's just. Oh, there we go.
See?
It's
These
starting to
teeth.
spin in my hand.
These
You
teeth
see?
start bending the metal and
Oh,
actually
they
make
crush
it
it more. Yeah,
tighter.
yeah, yeah.
And we
Just
don't
as
want
long
it
as Martin
tighter.
doesn't recite Vogon poetry.
Oh, why not?
No.
Oh,
Nah.
come on.
I don't remember the Vogon poetry.
It'll be fun.
I know there's something about Ode to a Little Green Lump of Putty I found in my armpit one midsummer morning, but that was one of the titles. But yeah,
Do you remember how to speak in Klingon?
a little bit here and there. I think Harold and I were we were trading Klingon lines on the previous broadcast.
I
a
like
few
how he
days
says he
ago.
thinks. He's not
I
sure.
think I don't even remember.
He's not sure.
I have so many things going on in this head.
In that, do you?
Ooh, butterflies.
Oh God, we're doomed.
We're doomed.
Now he's stuck on that.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, so this is mixed. You know it's mixed when it's a uniform color. You don't see any little stripes of either the darkish color of the resin or the darkish color of the catalyst or the whitish off-white of the resin. And normally,
Burp.
yeah, we got to burp this to get all the air, to get as much of the air bubbles up to the surface and blown out as possible. If we were in a bigger shop environment and had access to more equipment, we'd have like a little vacuum chamber. We'd drop this in and just let the vacuum pull all the air bubbles out of it. Otherwise, if you pour this with a lot of air bubbles in the mix, when it cures and sets, all the air bubbles are trapped in that mix. And if they're on the surface of your part that you're making a mold of, then you end up with little imperfections in your part.
We did a stunt double of a phaser for Discovery, and yeah, one of the molds we had to completely like cut up and throw out because it was so full of bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
We had to make a second mold.
We tried actually pouring one and seeing if we could rescue and sand and fill and repair it, but no.
And because, shows like that want the molds, you don't, because they, I don't know if they want to just, it could be just a copyright thing. It could be a matter of, production just wants to keep a hold of what they paid for. It could be a number of things. So you have to hand over those molds. So we didn't want to we also didn't want to say, listen, if you ever decide to pour another one, you've got to keep in mind that this one's got all these bubbles inside that you're going to have to spend 12 hours filling. The unfortunate thing is we coded on the amount of time that it would have taken to not have, because we want to be competitive.
Which resin are we using? This is actually the silicone for making the mold. The resin that we'll be using to make the grips themselves is called TAS 13. It's a semi-rigid black rubber. So basically means if we get a nice clean pour out of them, we won't have to paint them because they're already black in the lightsaber.
Makes the job a lot easier in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is not the way we were going to do it because we quoted her pretty low. But she's giving us, she's been very, very patient to wait a very long time for it. And every time we check with her and say, listen, we can do this if you want to wait. And we can do this because that material will come into our life now. And this and this and this and this. Because a lot of these parts for this particular lightsaber are not very big parts when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit of leftover material from something goes a long way.
Yeah.
So technically, there's not going to be much of this material left in there after this,
Mm-hmm.
because we used most of it on a Star Trek prop. So, to the production, that's maybe what, $5 for the material?
Maybe. Oh, try not to over pour.
Yes, Martin's being messy. Martin's being messy. That's okay. Like you said, it takes like 8 hours, so.
So it will settle into all the little details. And fortunately, these are fairly simple parts too, so there's not a lot of crazy details to have to recreate. And wherever our original mold was just a single. This is now we made a triple, so.
It's a triple threat.
Single, a double, a triple. It's a hat trick.
I haven't decided what I'm going to do for the blade for the mini lightsaber here.
Oh yeah.
But I eventually have to make up my mind on that. Okay, this one opened. You can tell which ones I made the most mess out of because they were the ones that were sealed shut.
Yeah, really.
The black may need a second coat. See, I like these metallics because they go on nice and thick, so you tend not to need a second coat. And I'm watching as, because we chose not to paint, not to sand the ridges. I'm watching as they're showing up actually really beautifully.
Mhm.
I think I'm going to leave them. I'm really liking this. And yeah, see, these files originally were Christmas ornaments. They were much larger. It's so much easier to shrink something down than it is to make something larger.
Sad day on two fronts. Surprised my family when I sang Amazing Grace. We do our leaders camp on the pipes. Nice.
Okay. On the other side, honey?
Oh, that a sad day. Their parents' memorial.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Wow. Yeah, not much happened at my father's, unfortunately. If all goes well, we're going to be finally burying him. He passed in 2007. Actually, Jill, if you're available, I'm sure he'd appreciate some cultural connections.
Mhm. That would actually be very cool.
I would love to have pipes. I mean, it's not a big coffin or anything, it's ashes, but I really think my father deserved a lot more in life.
Mhm. Oh yeah, and missing the masquerade because of the memorial.
Masquerade, man. And my job was, or at least my hope was to finish these because I want to pour a skull. I don't want
Mhm.
Martin to do it because I want to do it, but
Yeah.
I'm not done. So can you guys see it? Is it on camera, off
It is
camera?
on camera. I can move it over a little more. Basically hoping to keep it level. The more level your mold is, the more level the parts are when you pour them. So.
Because the top of your mold is going to become the bottom of your mold. Once everything is said and done. Oh, did you put release on the tray?
Oh no, I didn't actually, but I think it'll be fine. I'm trying to figure out
I
what
hope
that
so.
is in the mold
What?
on the edge there. Is that a hair?
Which edge? Oh!
Here, I'm gonna
I
grab
don't have my
a
glasses.
toothpick. You gonna use the end of the brush?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be a hair.
Yep, it's a hair.
Hair today, gone tomorrow.
Martin, you're shitting into your molds.
That's just
Moldy.
That's just weird. All right then. Oh no, I figured out where it came from.
Where?
Probably came from the garbage can.
What?
Yeah.
How?
Well, I tossed out the one of the paper towels, and I realized, oh no, wait, I need it again. It was sitting on top, but
I
yeah, there was some
see.
cast off hair in the garbage can.
That's your excuse and you're going with it?
That's my excuse, and I'm going with it. So there we go, folks. That's the mold.
Ah, the smell of
And
space.
unfortunately, you're not going to be seeing the outcome of this on tonight's broadcast because that silicone takes about 9 hours to set. So careful, watch out for those sticky spots. Let me finish wiping those down.
I
The
do it to 'em
silicone
all the
takes
time,
about 9
folks.
hours to cure. So tomorrow's
I-
broadcast
I'm going
should
to
probably
come
have
here.
the
Should be able
demolding.
to
and the casting of the black grips.
Excuse me, I
Make sure they.
was a little bit of a burp.
All right, I'm going to get rid of these gloves now. They're sticky and compromised.
They're compromised? Oh,
The
Martin.
gloves are sticky and
They're
compromised.
sticky and compromised. Well, we're not,
Not
that kind of broadcast.
broadcast.
Oh, get on the ball there, mister.
So we'll put the lid back in the garbage can. I think this bag is going to go down to the chute tonight so the cats don't get into it with like casting materials and silicones and stuff like that. Stuff in it.
Stuff in it.
So I'm going to slide this a little farther over. Just get it a little further out of the way. And Christina has given me the 2 red emblems to paint.
Yes, because I'm slightly distracted by the computer, so
Ah.
that'll also keep you in front of the of the audience,
Aha.
because we don't like dead space.
We do not like dead space.
We do not like dead space. I am attempting to remember something that I'm trying not to disturb the setup.
Oh, yeah.
So using the computer seems the best way to do it. And the computer is, of course, off to the side.
Mm-hmm. Oh. This may end up being one of those cases as well.
What?
Yeah.
Let me know if you need me.
Mhm.
Do you need me, baby?
No, this is just barely.
Oh, damn.
Fine.
I was going to feel purpose and meaning and...
You have plenty of purpose and meaning. All right. Another Q-tip, do a bit of stirring. These never work.
They work for me.
Hmm?
They work for me.
Well, Popping a little toothpick out through the hole.
Yeah.
Aha, there's one. Performance
Shh, no one
anxiety.
tell- No one tell them I opened the lid.
Oh, I know you opened the lid.
Oh, well then...
I was trying to be facetious.
I see.
Hello from New York. Hello, Dave Infinite.
See. Why am I locked out? I'm just off camera, folks, because that's the way the setup wound up being.
Oh, wow.
What?
Harold, because they were world travelers, my sister released their 2 sets of ashes into the Atlantic. The 2 stream floated out for a bit and then merged. Wow. That's amazing, Harold. What are we making, Dave? Wow. Making a bunch of stuff here. Last night's broadcast, we printed out these little, 3D printed these little Star Wars emblems. And tonight, painting them. And we also just finished making a mold of some parts for the lightsaber project that we're doing for our friend Dawn Loves Dragons on Instagram. And then Christina wants to do a resin cast of this from this little skull mold we got here. So we're just doing some random creative stuff while we chit chat.
And we're going to remind you guys to get yourself over to HAPS if you haven't already. HAPS is, because it's still in beta, it is giving out coins, and you can buy more coins if you want as well. But you check in every day and you take on these challenges, and because of that, you wind up getting more and more coins, and then you can give them to people you like. And people like Martin and I, we're really plugging our sponsorships. Once we get to a minimum of $40 a month in our sponsorships, we're going to give discounts to those who sponsor us.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get a hold of you and say, hey, you. That's so cool. Thank you, Dave. See, Dave is an active sponsor.
Yay,
Woo!
thank you, Dave. Hi. Hi, award.
Hi, Ward. Or is that high? Like, these
Hi.
paints, these types of
Hi,
paints are
Ward.
really stinky. That could be a
Dude.
different kind of high award this time. About to die. Time to say goodnight. Night, night, Jay.
Thank you, Jay.
Stay safe. Take care of yourselves, please. All right. I'm just following up on a Twitter message that I was instructed earlier to look at, so I am taking advantage of this. If anyone has any questions, Martin can still
Yep.
see all the
Amber,
comments.
Amber says we, as in you are both heading out because Jay's battery has died. Thank you both for joining us, and welcome to HAPS, Amber.
Yes. Guys, welcome to HAPS. And like I said, it's a really cool program. Have fun with it.
Mhm.
You get more out of it when you're on a computer and on a browser, but still fun.
You painting the backs of these as well?
No, not until they dry.
Okay.
Because the backs will stick to the paper if you paint the back.
Right.
And try to make it even.
Yeah.
Looks like your paint wasn't mixed enough. Tap, tap, tap. See. Yeah, it's tough to get. We used to do this with spray paint, but we're not in a position to right now.
Yeah.
We
Not quite enough ventilation in this space for that.
who wanted to have their ashes loaded into a firework and shot over the ocean. Oh my God, that would be hilarious.
That would be crazy.
JS on apps. So I'm gonna do it this way. JS apps. So there are some people I am just seeing if they are around. Tune in what's today's date? Is today the 29th or the 30th?
29th.
29th. Cool. Okay, so we didn't miss this next.
Okay. A little more coverage around the edge.
Yeah.
Hey, Boba Fett. How
Hey,
are
Boba
ya?
Fett!
Da-da.
Oh, with a big bang. Yeah, that's one way to put it.
It's one heck of a send-off, you know? Some people get a 21-gun salute.
That's right. That is right.
Time is flying by so fast. In general, yeah.
Yeah, well, the whole COVID thing and no one having real schedules anymore. When proper employment happens, we're all going to be like so confused.
I mean, isn't it kind of crazy that it's been almost an entire year now?
For some countries, it was over a year.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. But the virus doesn't know what day it is. The virus doesn't
Yeah,
care.
that's true. Yeah.
Yes, R2 is still in storage. R2 will be staying in storage until we have a bigger space. Then R2 will be coming out of storage. Now, to show you guys how mold works, this is a two-part putty mold with a skull that we did on top of a skull. It was like leftover of the mold material, so I thought, yeah, I'll do it. And oh, there's a little bit of a tear on the top.
Oh, that's probably where the little hanger.
No, because it's
I've
not
been in the-
completely round.
No.
No, it's not completely round. So it's a natural tear. Damn. Oh well. So do we have the two-part plastic?
It's actually it's right here under the scale.
Of course it is. I'll wait till you're done. Now, this was done by weight. This is done by quantity. So, two very different.
How do we do it?
Volume. That's right. Martin has a harder time with painting, hand painting. I don't. R2 is officially retired, yes. Yes.
He is.
Did you hear about the Buck Rogers reboot with George Clooney. No, I did not.
Really?
Did you?
I have not. No.
No, we have not. I've asked Jennifer and Danielle to take some of my ashes and add them to the Leaders Camp campfire. Tradition is one takes some ashes from one campfire and add them to the next, so the memories carry on. Oh, cool. Yes, K9 is still around. Once we figure out when, where, and how, and things are happening with us, we're going to be pulling him back out and getting back to work on him.
Yes. Gave me the complicated one with all the little nooks and crannies. It's like an English muffin.
Red is always the last color I do because when you clean it off in the solution, it ruins it.
Yeah.
So red is always the last color I do. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Yeah, I said but.
Yeah. You didn't say junk.
No, you're right, I did not. Would you rather me say junk? All this junk? Stuff in this junk?
Junk and stuff.
Junk and stuff. Stuff and junk.
Stuff and junk and junk and stuff.
So the last thing we're going to do tonight is we're going to pour a small skull so you can see how these molds work and how the other two-part products, just in case tomorrow night we don't get the chance to be able to pour these molds. They may actually happen during the day. These positives. We're going to pour a skull for you tonight because it's something that we were also thinking of possibly like gluing a pin or a button or something to the back, or you know, a little loop so people can make necklaces and cords and stuff like that. And did you get it?
Yeah.
We
Try to
good?
get some of the extra
This is
gloves
so much
out of the way.
faster and easier when you spray paint.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're very uneven in the middle. And I don't mean your body.
I'm a little uneven up top.
And by the way, men are naturally partially colorblind.
Yes, we are.
Women have better color eyesight for some reason. We see colors very differently and much more effectively. What was that about kilts? Everything about kilts. What? Did I say something about kilts? Hand painting takes patience. To get it even, yes. And they'll probably need a second coat.
Yeah, I don't doubt that actually. Alright, that seems to be.
Yeah?
Yep. Accept.
Accept?
Accept.
Come on.
Alrighty.
Yep, and this is now crap.
Mhm.
Crap.
Is the handle of the lightsaber being made out of metal? Oh, the one for Dawn? Because she wanted something a little bit more budget and a little more, I guess a little lighter weight.
Yes.
We're making it out of plastics.
I mean, she wanted something that she could swing around and kind of play with, but not something that she can seriously battle with. So we talked to her about budget, and we found out what was more important to her, and she's being extremely patient. We were actually kind of surprised. She paid for the whole thing up front. Usually we ask for 50% up front, or material costs, which is greater, and the rest just before it goes in the mail. So we send you a picture, and then we send you confirmation, and then it goes in the mail.
Let's do a Martin how to cook a turkey scope. Well, earlier tonight I did while Christina was out running some errands, I did a little scope or a little broadcast on making some honey
They're
garlic
not scopes.
I know. We can't say scope anymore, right? Because Periscope is going by way of the dinosaur.
Going, gone.
It's going to become a fossil, and then we can fuel our vehicles with it in
What?
2 or 3 million years. I don't know.
We've gone too far. We need some plastic.
We need some resin.
Yes.
Oh, and we need some graduated cups. Not that they, earned an award or a certificate or anything, but, they have measurements on them. Because we're doing by volume.
That word's going to come up a lot, isn't it?
What?
Volume.
Volume.
Butts and junk. Favorite
Uh,
fantasy artist? Well,
Where's he?
all the way up top.
Todd Lockwood. Look him up. He does some great dragon art, and he was
Wait,
just
me.
Hmm?
Dude, me.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
wear the gloves.
Me.
All right, don't wear the gloves.
Where's the ones you were wearing?
Oh, they were a mess. They were silicone mess. You don't want to wear those.
I'm usually the slob. What the hell? Sorry, what the heck?
Let me know if we can make you a Batman bat signal.
Sure we can. What's your budget?
Yeah, really.
How big or small do you want it?
Really, it's just a gigantic floodlight with a bat logo on it. But it doesn't work as well as you think because it's got to be on the focal point of the floodlight.
Right on that focal point, yeah. We can make you a miniature.
Oh, yeah, a little miniature
Yeah,
bat.
little.
Yeah.
Shine at the
All
top
right.
of it. All right, come on.
Ready? Okay.
Now, it's actually harder to do things like this in smaller quantities.
1:1 by volume.
I love stuff that's 1-to-1 by volume. There's not much, as you can hear. I don't know if you can hear, but there's really not much left in it.
Smoothcast 320. So this literally has a.
I
where is
love
it,
Gil
where is it, where is it,
Hibbins.
where is
He's a
it?
fantasy knife maker. His
A
stuff's
pot
amazing.
life of 3 minutes and a cure
Nice.
time is 10 minutes. So you got to work with it, mix it,
Real
pour it in
fast.
3 minutes. I guess we need to have that level, don't we? The skull.
See, it took seconds.
I know.
I'll just hold it.
You just hold
I
it?
just hold it.
Okay.
I know normally, oh, okay, fine, I'll do it the way we're supposed to do it. Because then you hold it. You
All right.
happy?
Yep.
God, I'm doing everything properly tonight, Martin. What are you doing to me? I can't get it open.
Uh-oh. All right. I think we need the bigger pliers for these. At least we don't risk
Come on.
cracking any glass.
Well, Doc Lockwood was the original Dungeons and Dragon artist and an incredible, incredible man who lives in Washington State. And we saw him a lot, so we became friends. And I love it when he sent me birthday wishes. He's got some really interesting. He's an author as well, but yeah, he's the original D&D artist. And we've got a piece that we got for our anniversary from him up on the wall. So
Okay.
incredible, incredible. Not that big, I'll let you know, okay? Hey, you two, see you next time. Next time, Boba Fett, you barely said
Thank
anything
you.
this
Yeah, I
time.
know. That was fun.
Hope you're okay, honey. You doing well? Oh, little bits of dried.
Mm-hmm. Some sweeping to do after this, just in case.
That's all we need, really.
Oh yeah. And that one did not seal itself.
Okay. The nice thing about this is, you know, if you get too much catalyst, it'll go off too fast. If you don't get enough, it'll go off a little slower. But don't get way too much catalyst because then the chemical reaction will just be, like, make it brittle. Yeah, that looks about the same.
That's pretty good.
And a lot of people are really finicky on some of this stuff as to A into B or B into A. Something that's small, it really isn't that big a deal. Just pour. Now this mold was made with like a 2-part putty molding compound, so it was really
Greg Hildebrandt. Yeah, the Hildebrandt brothers actually there's some pretty cool
yeah.
stuff. Yeah. Is it Greg and Tim Hildebrandt? I think.
I see way too much. I don't have anything tiny, do we?
No, we don't have another mold that I can think of.
So I wish you could see this. We've recorded it in camera before, because it has this really
I
wild
don't know
effect.
if I can grab the webcam and move closer,
Whether or
to
not
it?
it'll focus.
whether it'll focus or not.
We don't have anything tinier, huh?
No, unfortunately.
Bloody
Well,
hell.
hold on.
Quick,
How about
quick.
one of the fairy figures?
Yeah. Give me her. Just because.
Yeah. Watch
There's
out
actually-
for whatever gaps are in there that she doesn't.
Yeah, again, it's
Overflow.
been. Yep, she's got a gap, all right. So let's see if I can do that. There we go. Yeah, she's thinner at the head and the feet than she is her body.
Mm-hmm. Well, Lucky thing is you're only going to need to hold that for a couple minutes.
That's true, because there's nowhere I can rest it.
Normally, these little press molds we use for the polymer clay. So you mix up the polymer clay and you press it in, and then once it's set, then you can peel it out. So, but these liquid resins really ideally need a flat bottom mold so that they can stay level. So otherwise, you're doing funny things like trying to balance them on a cup or something, or hold them in your hand.
But it is a nice, fast way to get it done. And I know I took video of one of the molds going off that I should put online, because it's really wild watching the
Mhm.
white kind of smokiness kind of develop into the middle of it
Mm.
and become, become the solid item.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But look up Todd Lockwood, 2Ds, and LOCKWOOD, and you'll see his art goes back. He is the original D&D book,
Cover
the original
artist,
cover
yeah,
artist and art throughout the book. And a few years ago, he wrote a dragon
goes.
novel. Yeah, wish you guys could. Yeah, that won't focus. That is the one drawback with that webcam, is it doesn't focus very well.
Mm-hmm.
Normally we do this with two, but tonight we felt a need to just have the one. So everyone, even when the broadcast is over with, share. We're going to head out and get some exercise and fresh air
Mm-hmm.
when we're done here, and play some Pokemon, and possibly when we get back have a snack and settle down and see who's on. I think
Mhm.
Vince is going to be on later on this evening, but I'm not sure when. So we'll check in on him and see if how he's doing. Because Vince and Eric are two very, very special people.
Mhm.
And of course, there are a lot of products too, and a lot of things that are very particular. Part A is part A, part B is part B. Never the two shall meet. Don't use the
Mhm.
same stick to mix both, or you've contaminated it and starts going off too soon.
Yep.
Or in pockets and then it gets brittle.
And also, it's very moisture sensitive, as you saw when we opened up the yellow container. All the little crystallized bits of the resin around the edges of the cap. Hey, Manjezi, how are you?
Hiya. But yeah, we also we have this spray, which will happen with these before they go back in the storage, if there's enough left in them to even bother. But it's like a can of spray that fills, sort of like anti-air. It gets rid of the air and the moisture from inside the
Yeah.
can.
Basically, it creates a blanket on top of the surface, right? To prevent oxygen from getting to it, oxygen and moisture.
And you do it, and then the second you're done with the spray, you put the lid on right away, or the spray escapes. And of course, when you crack it open, the spray will, the gas surface that's in there will leave.
Mm-hmm.
So remember, folks, once we reach 40 a month, we will start giving discounts to those who are sponsoring us.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
I
the
can
head
feel
is
the
the
warmth.
smallest part of the mold, so that's generating the least amount of heat. It's going to take the longest to cure.
So in the case of these molds, the larger, in the case of resins like this, the larger the surface, the better,
Mm-hmm.
because the more the oxygen can get to it.
What are we doing? We're doing all kinds of stuff here. Last night we...
Hey, Dave, you had a good weekend too. We'll see you again.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you so much.
Last night we 3D printed some little Star Wars emblems, and earlier today Christina 3D printed a little Star Trek insignia and a little mini lightsaber. So those are being painted tonight, and this evening I made a mold of some parts for the lightsaber project that we're doing for Dawn Loves Dragons from Instagram. And now we've got a little bit of extra resin that Christina is pouring a little skull from one of our other molds and a little fairy figurine that we had done for molds for when we were doing the polymer clays. So
And
all kinds of
yes,
little things
this
going
is
on
a
here.
press mold as opposed to this mold, which is setting, and will take a very long time
that
to
mold
set, so we
visible?
can't
Yeah.
really touch it.
The pink
But
thing here on the
the
table.
big pink thing here, yeah. That one's very different in the sense that it's got a flat surface and everything, so it can sit. Whereas these are very quickly done with leftover a 2-part mold putty. So that's stuff you just, and this stuff is really great for when you're doing, especially if you get your portions right. Be careful about old paint jobs. But it's really great if you want to like, you've got like a frame or something on something and it's broken, a section is broken, but it's a repeating pattern. You just get a bunch of this stuff and you put it together and you take a mold from it. You just putty it on it. And as long as you can put it on a surface to make it flat or be able to hold it, yeah, you can repair that part. And then you do a faux finish to make it match. And that's something that I've done a lot of is faux finishes.
One of her many specialties.
Martin won't talk about the
3D printing is starting to become one of her next many specialties.
I had a lot of fun with that 3D
Yep.
printer. A lot of fun. Actually, it didn't clean up perfectly, but it's not so bad.
With paint finish on it, it definitely helps. You can see some of the little chuff in the grooves. Chuff. Chunder. Schmutz.
So next time we try it, we do a slightly different support material.
Yep.
Until we get it right. And this is always the fun part is you know, how much material do you waste getting your machine to get it right. Cool, thank you. Yes, we're pretty high on fumes at the moment. So the hardest thing about this though is you can't really tell if it's done on the other side. So you gotta kinda just, it might be. I'm still feeling heat down below.
Feels pretty rigid.
It'll be the same with this one as you just pull the mold back.
So it might still be a little,
Yeah, it's still
little
feeling
green. Yeah.
really, really warm.
Let it sit a little longer bit. A little bit
Yep.
longer.
Yep, that we will. But I can take off the gloves. See these?
Yep.
See, usually I'm the big mess.
I see some right there on your
Yeah, barely. These gloves are reusable.
And it was touch and go with that mold there pouring out. So.
But they're reusable.
Yeah, those would be reusable. Mine were not. What happened was the popsicle stick was just a bit too short for the mix depth. So I was holding the popsicle stick by the tip and trying to get in there, and yeah, it was not a pretty sight.
No, I expect it wouldn't be. That sounds naughty.
Does it?
It does.
But
But we're not that kind of broadcast. You know,
what are we going to do with these? The emblems and the little lightsaber and stuff are going to go onto our new store, our online store.
Once we get it up
Once
and
we get
running.
it up and running.
And I'm going to give them away because we had trivia yesterday. So those who contributed quite a bit, I'm going to give the original ones away to them. And the lightsaber is of course
The-
already custom ordered.
Full-size lightsaber, yeah.
Is already custom ordered. So yes, these will find homes. Because these are easy enough to print up and paint and get in the mail, a day later type thing. I've got a little bit of heartburn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder if it was the salt from the chips. While we were sitting here waiting for
Uh-huh.
stuff to cure, I could get us some more water.
I would love some more water. Thank you so much, Martin.
Certainly.
I saw your cat.
But,
Yeah,
oh, here he
they're
is.
little devils. They're little devils.
Oh, did he
All
come
of
down
them.
the stairs? I didn't notice.
He probably did. Probably did, or he came under the sign. Which is too high. Oopsie. We put it too high this time, or we put the camera too low. And I just noticed too that the curtain is wrapped around their cat tree. How did that happen?
Oh, I did that to get a little bit more airflow
Oh, okay.
with the fumes.
I
Now, that
was thinking the cats may have done it. I
short
always
of
have
putting
my
a,
worse than heartburn. Way worse than heartburn. Yeah, I've been having a little bit of IBS lately, so the heartburn randomly comes with it. Which means I have to actually eat some starch.
Mhm.
And I don't want to eat starch because that puts on the weight. So these feel done, I assume.
Mhm.
Like set on my fingers. So I can
Yeah.
take the gloves off without them sticking to
Yep.
themselves.
Yeah, that thumb's
Okay.
got a little white spot on it now, so yeah,
It's fine. It's set.
it's cured. One.
Still
One
usable.
lovey.
Still usable. See, I told you I didn't.
Too lovey wovey.
Did not
I
need the
know,
gloves.
I know.
Did not need the gloves. Which is usually quite the opposite. All right.
Ta-da.
Oh, there was some polymer clay still left in the mold.
Oh, was there?
Yeah, there's a little
Oh,
residual.
a little bit. In the nose.
Nose and the forehead, and a little bit
Oh,
in the
yeah.
teeth.
Yeah.
So there's still a little polymer clay from the last time I.
Is it cold here? Today was minus 7 degrees Celsius with a wind chill of minus 17 or something like that. So
Let's see if it'll focus.
right now, how cold is it?
So unfortunately, I no longer have the original. But yeah, put little loops on them, or pins on
Currently-
the back, or magnets.
Currently
These
minus
make great
8 degrees. Hey, do you know it's plus 7 in Seattle?
What?
It's plus 7 in Seattle and plus 5 in Vancouver.
That's a nice change.
Damn
from the
those
last
West
few years.
Coasters.
What?
Yeah.
It's a nice change from the last few years.
So minus 8 degrees Celsius.
So once it's
Wind chill
completely,
makes it feel like minus 13.
once it completely sets, then sand off the back to make it nice and even, and paint in the eyes and the nose and stuff, and voila.
Mm.
But one thing I do love about the liquid resins is they get all the details, whereas the polymer clays are not guaranteed to get all the details. So they do a pretty good job, but they're not guaranteed. Let's see. But yeah, really heavy on the details.
Hmm.
The paint job is always the pain in the, you know.
Rumpus.
Yeah. See, well, I've been thinking of just making just a small mold of the heads.
Mm-hmm.
Because the body, we kind of wing it each time.
For the most part,
Wing it.
yeah.
Or sand down and make another mold of her whole, like, so that,
Old man off to bed. Good night. Night,
night
Harold.
night. Right. See, now that we have this one, when it sets completely, yeah, it's still a little green. It's still
Mhm.
flexible. We can cut off her arms.
Venus de
Because
Milo, like, yeah.
we always
okay.
we always do the arms freehand.
That's right, yeah. Yeah.
Um,
And we're
sand-
winging it, she says.
Sand down her crown. So it
Right.
disappears. Right, and then sand down.
Yeah,
the
because there's no
dress.
point in her having a crown.
Oh, Martin, that's really bad.
I-
That's
I'm
really.
trying to get in on the bad pun.
I see
game
that.
here, you
I
know?
hear that. I don't want to admit to that. I really do not want to admit to that. Okay.
Alrighty.
Just control yourself. All right. So we can't do anything further on those. We can't do anything further on these because they have to dry before we put another coat on. And I'm snacking, and I don't
Mhm.
want it to go too late.
I agree.
So, what do you say we call it quits and we join Vince later on tonight,
Mm-hmm.
or Eric, or anyone else that's on, and do some chatting?
Join some of the West Coasters.
Yeah. Yeah,
Who
or
are
3
probably
hours.
who are probably having dinner right about now. So,
We're going to be completely half asleep on their broadcast, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
We can keep going.
Yep.
We can do it. So listen, folks, we're going to go. And we're also hoping to get up at a reasonable hour tomorrow, which is a rarity for us lately.
Yeah.
So remember, respect yourself more than anyone else can, and everything will be just fine. Seriously. Self-respect
Mhm.
and self-love, no one can love you or respect you unless you love and respect yourself. And hey, Martin,
Mm-hmm.
say see you later, Martin.
See you later, Martin.
See you guys. Bye. Oh, and you can still share even though the broadcast has ended.
That's right.
You can still share. All right, sponsorships, awards, gluten-free, of course.
Gluten-free, of course, yep.
Yes. Yes. All right, folks. Thank you for joining us. I am going to switch to a video this time because. Bye. Remember, share. Let's get the word out. Let's have this HAPS. I would love to have a chance at the 50.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to have a chance to have a home on HAPS.
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely.
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 Right.
Later, guys.
good for me. Keep the time.
We had a great time in Montreal. Montreal was all hardwood floors. Right? Go on, camera. I'd like to. That's my favorite thing. That's my favorite. No. Oh, look, cocktails.
How much styrofoam?
Way too much styrofoam. The birds are confused. It's like, what's this city doing here?